Okay. That should be better. What's up, what's up, what's up? Perfect, perfect, perfect. Nothing like some start of stream technical difficulties. Oh my goodness. Took me a minute to get that live. We're actually a minute late, and I think the banners are already up. Let's see. Yeah, looks that way. Alright, let's dive in and take a look at this banner here. We are live on the JP version of the game, the alt account, because I knew for sure we were going to do some summons on this account. I don't know what the summon situation is going to look like on global. We need to see about the ticket packs and things like that. How's it going, Jake Sons? JK Sons? How do you actually say your name? Do you just pronounce the JK? Alright, so we've got the new God Supervillain Vegeta, we've got the Xeno Trunks, obviously, and the Miratoa. Okay, and then we have Baby 21, which made perfect sense for her to be here. Trunks and... Ooh. Yeah, this banner's really bad. Oh my goodness, that is icky. It's a buy 3 get 1 free, though. I don't actually know what this is telling us. They call you Jackson. Okay, so that oh, I see, because Jackson. Okay. Yeah, that checks out. That checks out. Alright, well, yeah, we can maybe check the info on the global version and see, like, what the discounts are looking like, the ticket packs and things like that before we actually jump in on global here. I don't even... Or on JP. I just, it was very last minute for me to get everything set up for the stream. So let me go ahead and switch devices real quick. Okay, and then I also want to do this. Let me... There we go. Okay, I'm getting the live chat on like a separate view. There we go. That should be better. Ooh, yeah, I like this a lot. Okay, so that third monitor that I got set up, the one that I showed off on my Dokkan Day stream, I have up now. So I have a third monitor up above my, because obviously I have the main one here and then the second one on this side, and then now I have the third one that is up off to the corner. So I have another view for my stream, like the YouTube studio view, which is pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. Alright, let's jump in over here and see. Okay, so yeah, it is buy 3 get 1 free. That is exactly what's going on here, and then let's go ahead and take a look at the ticket packs. Yeah, I'm trying to make the setup as nice as I possibly can, right? Okay, so we got some step-up packs here. Nothing in the first one of note. Wait, is it called? Vicious Fighting Spirit. Okay, just want to make sure we're clicking the right one here. Guys... Guys, there's box space. There's box space. I'm probably gonna have to summon. Vicious Fighting Spirit. Is there more? There's more box space in the final pack, too. Oh, my goodness. Okay. And then these ones are different. Yeah, those are for, like, the EZA and stuff. Yeah, I know, they're box space baiting. They are. But we have to get it. We have to get it, right? There's not really too much of a choice with that one. It has to be done, right? So I think what we'll go ahead and do, then, is I'll do a round of summons on the JP while we go ahead and buy this box space. We can kind of do both in tandem here, and then see how that goes. Just so I'm not keeping everybody waiting. Okay. I think I want to try to also record this if I can. So I can put it into a video later, but this is going to be my first time actually trying this, where I record midstream, right? Okay. I think, honestly, I probably do. If I'm going to lock in and go, like, YouTube video mode, I probably do just need to buy these packs prior. let's just do this real quick, since it's going to need my Face ID and everything like that multiple times in a row. But just give me a moment here, and we'll get right into the fun. The XENOVERSE collab being instead of Golden Week? Yeah, no, that makes sense to me, that this would be instead of Golden Week. Yeah, it's all just all too, like, jam-packed together. I am perfectly fine with this being a replacement to the Golden Week celebration. I don't have any problem with that, especially if it means that during part 2 of the celebration, or, like, later in part 1, we're gonna get Heroes stuff. If that is actually what they have planned, then, yeah, who needs Golden Week, right? I am all about it. Okay, and the last pack is purchasable twice. Which just means we're going to have more tickets. Alright, perfect. It's purchasable 3 times. You can purchase the last pack 3 times. There's no way. Unless I bought the wrong thing? I didn't. You can just purchase it 3 times. Wow, okay. So there's going to be quite a lot of tickets then, huh? Hopefully we'll be able to make something come of this. There are 3 new units on this banner, so I think it's very unlikely that with a 3 new unit, and it was 7 featured, right? It's a 7 featured total here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, dude, literally 3 out of the 7 units are brand new, so there's going to be value here in summoning for sure. I mean, for a player like me, right? I wouldn't recommend that anybody summon. This is definitely not a good banner. Okay, so that's it for that. We have all of those goodies. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I'm not missing any, but I have a couple of them that I need to finish rainbowing. So it would be nice for them to bring back the Heroes, you know, celebration or like the Heroes crossover units. All right, we're gonna get into a little recording here. Gonna go YouTube mode for a second and record these so I can post it as a video later. So let's do that. What's going on, guys? I am Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So the XENOVERSE collaboration crossover celebration thing that we've got going down has just gone live on both versions of the game. So we've got the new God Ultra Super Villain Vegeta banner here that we have available to summon on. We're going to start out on the second account this time, shake things up, do it a little differently. A lot of the times when I do recorded summon videos, oftentimes we'll kind of stray into the second account after we do some summons on the main, you know, on the main global account, but I figured we would just swap the order of those this time. I am going to be doing some summons on the global side of the game because there were box space available in the ticket pack, so I went ahead and picked those up. So my idea right now, maybe we'll do like 2 rounds-ish on the JP version here. I think if we do 2 full rounds and then we get shafted out of, like, not getting him, we'll probably just leave it and go to the global side and see what happens. I want to be a little bit sparing with my stones here on JP just because I'm not playing it super actively, so I'm not getting all the stones that are available to collect in this version of the game. And I always like to make sure to have a little stockpile in case anything hype like this happens in the future, so I can record content over it, right? So, that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the banner. It is not a good banner. I definitely, after seeing the banner, would not recommend that anybody summon here. This is probably a big mistake, unless you're somebody that spends a lot of money on the game already. Maybe to pick up the ticket pack, try your luck. It is buy 3, get 1 free as well, so you do have those discounts to work with, which is nice. And the banner is only 7 featured units, so it's going to be a little bit easier to pull the featured unit that you need. There is also pity available for this banner as well. So all those things considered, it's not going to be the worst time ever if you're summoning, but it's just, there are better places to spend your stones. So if you can help missing out, then I would definitely just recommend missing out. Okay, so we've got the Ultra God, or the Ultra Super Villain God Vegeta here, the new Xeno Trunks, and then the new Mira and Toa. So 3 out of the 7 featured units on the banner are going to be brand new for everyone. So it's definitely going to feel easy enough to be able to obtain like a new unit, right? And then the other 4 is where the banner really starts to fall off, right? We have Dokkan Fest Baby here, we have Android 21, Super Trunks, and Kale. Definitely not a super impressive lineup, right? But that is it. So those are our 7 featured. Let's go ahead and jump in and see if we can get lucky here. Okay, I mean, we did have Beerus flying in. There is a possibility of something crazy happening here because we did have Beerus flying in just now, right? Okay. Well, we didn't get that lucky right off the gates. But that's okay, because the less lucky we get on the side account here, the more lucky we could potentially get on the main account, right? Could be a thing, could be a thing. Okay. Dead first multi, not the worst thing ever, though. We'll take it for the summon points. That was another reason why I really like to do summons on the side account here, is so I can accumulate summon points. That's not really a philosophy I live by on the main account, because, you know, typically summon points are going to be available to you the first 3 summons you do on any banner. And that's usually, most of the time, that's 150 stones. And I can't justify collecting the small portion of a summon ticket that you would get with the 3, you know, batches of summon points you get from 150 stones worth of summoning. Oh, sweet, we got Mira and Toa. Awesome. We'll definitely take that. You know, on the main account, because that 150 stones could easily be spent on stamina refreshes instead. Just feels like a much more worth it option if I'm not, like, actually hard-pressed to earn one of the units that's available, right? Okay, last multi before the first freebie, and then we get into the second round. So far, so good, though. 2 multis in, and we've already gotten 1 of the 3 new units. So that is very, very good. Now, that is one thing I'll mention about the summons on Global. While I'm really hoping to get the Ultra Supervillain Vegeta himself, we also kind of really do need the banner units. They're pretty good, first off. And because there's so many crossover restrictions for, not only for the units' kits themselves, but also for, like, the missions coming up that we've seen, with the content that's going live during the celebration, we're gonna need some strong crossover characters to get through this content, right? So, I am, yeah, really, really hoping that we're gonna be able to pull multiple of them on the global version, or it's gonna be a little bit tough here. Especially with content that is going away, right? Because we are getting another, like, RE Red Zone type of thing that's only going to be available for a couple weeks. So hopefully they stop doing that before long, but it's the truth we're living now, so. Okay, nothing too insane on this multi here. Yeah, blazing through that one was definitely not a mistake. Alright, we'll try one more round here, see if we can get lucky. Okay, we did get Beerus flying in again. Is he going to tease us for a second time? It's actually been a pretty long time since I've seen a Whis animation. I think the last maybe 2 Whis animations I've seen were off camera. I haven't done, over the last couple of years, maybe like half the summons I've done have been off camera. I haven't been as good about it as I once was, right? Just because I've had multiple periods of being not as locked in with my content creation and stuff like that. So that's definitely affected that. No way! A dupe for Mira and Toa. Okay, well, I mean, I'll take it. It's better than just getting nothing. But I really would like to spread out these, you know, character pulls so we could get some different things. We still have 2 other units that we have not gotten yet, right? Okay, Whis flying in. So it looks like it's going to be the same troll again. Let's see. Let's see. Alright. Go ahead and blitz through this one, too. Okay. Well, it's looking rough. It's looking rough. Definitely not, super stoked about our odds here, kind of closing in on the end, but that's okay, because again, we are still just on the second account right now, so. Worse things have happened than not pulling the unit I need on the secondary account, right? Oh man, I am just not feeling the energy from these summons right now, huh? Okay, last try here on the JP side of things. Let's see if we get lucky. Let's see, let's see. Oof. That's not the fly-in you want to see, for sure. It has been a little dull here on the JP side, huh? Not really getting anything in the way of, like, Dokkan Fests. Looking like it's gonna be just 2 banner units on this side. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Alright, well, yeah, we got all the icky, blech, bad luck out of the way. It's gone. It's gone. Yeah, exactly. Wasting JP luck, or wasting bad luck on JP side. Okay, now let's go ahead and swap to the alternate device and get into the real summons, right? Wait for our visual to get up here. Now that all of the bad omens are out of the way with the other phone, I'm gonna go ahead and click the screen off on it. It doesn't exist to us anymore. Flush out that bad luck. Let's go ahead and collect all of the goodies that we got from the ticket packs that we picked up. So at least 65 tickets. We might be getting a little bit more. The 15 box space, woohoo, we love that. Very, very good. And then, oh, we also have this. I'm very curious to jump in the shop and see what's going to be available with that. But we're going to wait until after the summons to take care of any of that. So let me make sure I got everything. Perfect, I did. All right, so we've got a whopping 65 tickets to use here. Let's see if there's going to be anything interesting. Okay, so they're 5-unit summons, but they are GSSR. So that's good. That's good. We definitely like to see that. Okay, Gohan ruined the fly-in there, I guess, because it would have been just Krillin. So probably not much to expect from this first multi here. Okay, just a general blue. That is a dupe that I can use of him. I'm pretty sure that puts him at 79% now. I should have another one sitting, yeah. Because I've got him at 55%, and then I did a multi on the World Tournament banner. Because I needed the Possessed Trunks, and I managed to get the Possessed Trunks in that one multi I did, as well as pulling a dupe for him. So I'm pretty sure he is 79% now. So that's really good. And those are like a day apart, doing those multis for him. Okay, we got Vegeta. We got Vegeta. Here we go. Come on now. Ugh. No fusion. Well, that's a little unfortunate. It's alright, though. We still got plenty of tickets to go. Still have lots of chances here. 11 more chances, which I guess technically is 55 more chances, right? Because there's lots of units. Or 5 units per multi. Another Whis fly-in. We've been seeing a lot from Beerus and Whis so far. Is it a sign? I don't think it's a sign. Oh yeah, Cozy, we're definitely buying the box space. I already went ahead and picked it all up. That's what we're draining the tickets now. Yeah, it's just so far looking like the typical ticket luck, right? I have gotten really lucky recently with ticket summons, which is very, very rare for my account, to be honest. Does not happen often. The wrong Mira. What are the actual chances of that? How many SSRs are on this banner? There's... does it say? Oh. There's 311 unfeatured SSRs I could have pulled, and I pulled the wrong Mira. Or Toa. It's Toa. Duh. That's actually crazy, that happened. Oh, true. The Seriously Serious tickets are a thing, too. Yeah, that'll probably be the next step after I finish doing this initial summon video. We'll take a quick break from summoning. We'll go do the Seriously Serious fight, try and get those 7 extra tickets, and then we can jump back in with those and see if we can get lucky there too. And then I guess if we do get lucky with the tickets, I can just, like, paste them on the end of the video. I guess that's kind of the perks of doing this all on live stream, and I'm not going to post the videos until later, right? Okay, here we go. Finally, we're getting a Dokkan Fest. This is big because this indicates that it's not going to be for one of the banner units, right? Which obviously on the main account we would be fine with any of the 3 of the new ones. But we have our best possible chance to get the new Dokkan Fest right here. It's literally a 1 in 4 shot. So we have really... and it's 21 instead. Okay, okay. But I suppose that getting a Dokkan Fest is better than not getting anything, right? So sure. And here we go, keeping up with the theme of pulling the unfeatured version of a featured unit, because we have the featured baby and we pulled the unfeatured one. Quite odd, quite odd. Alright, we're now crossing the halfway point of these summons. Another Vegeta fly-in. Is it the ultimate fake-out? Yes, it is. Just Vegeta flying in. Just nothing happening from it. Love that. And? Oh, okay. Yeah, Android 21 really hasn't been around that often, huh, Cozy? Oh, there we go. Okay, I guess this is the unit for the day. Toa just loves me today, right? Like, third Toa copy between both versions, and I pulled a different Toa as well. Like, what are we doing? That's insane. I don't know. How many... 3 out of 5 units are SSRs there? That's kind of crazy. Okay. Alright, another Vegeta fly-in. We're having lots of potential with these fly-ins, but, man, it's just not getting the conversions that we need, unfortunately, right? Come on. We can't go past that to get the Bye Guys animation. Was hoping for it. Man, oh man. Oh. What? We're pulling the unfeatured version of literally every single featured unit. Like, what? So far, we have pulled... Oh, no, you know what that means? Okay, so far we've pulled unfeatured Toa. We've pulled unfeatured Super Baby 2. We pulled unfeatured Kale. So now we just need to pull unfeatured... is there a super... I guess we would have to pull a Super Saiyan Trunks, right? There's not like a... Oh, well, I guess we could get Super Trunks. The physical or the STR Super Trunks. And then we could get the STR 21. And, we could get the physical Xenoverse, Trunks. And then we could also get... I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it, because I will rage if that happens. There's no way. There's no way, right? Surely not. Surely not. And even if we get another one of those, we're not going to get all of them. Because we have such few summons left to do, right? We'll be saved by that. Alright, GG's. That's a wrap. Thanks, guys. Appreciate everybody coming in to hang out. Oh my goodness. There he is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nice, nice. First ever Zeno on live stream with the face reveal, live reaction. You love to see it. You love to see it. Alright, and we have 20 tickets left here. So, we just got the Mira and Toa, then now we got the God Vegeta. Let's see if in these next 20 tickets we can get blessed and walk away with that Xeno Trunks and just get a perfect roll through these tickets. Oh my god, I'm hyped now. I'm hyped now, baby. This is... Oh man, let's go, let's go. Okay, bit of a random crowd, it's alright. We're just hunting the banner unit now, so we don't necessarily need animations. Anything that would mean, like, guaranteed featured, obviously would be better than just getting no animations, but we don't really need, like, any type of, you know, something that's going to indicate a Dokkan Fest, like a fusion animation or anything like that, right? Chilling off all that. What? What, dude? What are the chances of this? This is like the third different unfeatured SSR that I've pulled multiple times. What are we doing, bro? I can't... like, what? Alright. I guess. Alright, 3 multis left. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Oh, man. You know what'd be really funny is if the whole Beerus Whis thing went down now. Now that I don't need it, right? Now that we're just hunting the banner unit. That's the perfect time to get the animation. We've also gotten the Super Saiyan fly-in so many times. Yeah, literally negative chances of that. Oh! Oh! Oh, dude! Oh my god! Let's go! Oh, that's a good point, Cozy. I didn't even think to check if there is tickets on the web store. Because there's box space, I would want to go for them. Oh, okay. We're gonna need to put a little pause in the middle of the summon video. This is, we're gonna still do this together on live stream here, but I think I will go ahead and put a cut at the end of the tickets here to check the web store and see if we need to potentially add more to the summons or if I do the outro for the summoning video. But, dude, we flushed the banner. We flushed the that's, oh my god. Everything new. Hello? Hello? Unfeatured Xeno Trunks. How are we doing this? What? What, dude? I forgot to lock the other ones up. Let me do this to Trunks real quick. Put some respect on him. Holy moly. I don't know. Yeah, 2 more, right? So we just need to get the unfeatured God Vegeta, the STR God Vegeta, and then, what was the other one? STR 21. Oh, no, 3 more, because we also need the, Super Trunks. Can we, between these 2 multis, get all 3 unfeatured versions of the featured units? Let's see. What a fun game. I should pitch that to some more whale-style creators that do thousands of stones of summons every time. That'd be a fun game for them to play, right? I'll hit up Truth and Tune, see what they think about it. That's kind of hilarious. You tell me if that counts. You tell me if that counts as the unfeatured Trunks or not. It's a little bit of a kinda, but, you know, it's closer than a lot of other units, so. Alright, last one. Please, for the sake of my heart rate and my cholesterol, let this be nothing. Oh, Cozy, you say it doesn't count? Okay. I see you, bud. I see you. Just enticing me to go pick up those web store packs. Alright, anaerobi. Okay, that was incredible. That was absolutely insane. Wow. I don't even know what to say right now. Like, that just went so much better than I could have imagined. I went from the typical, which is my standard default mindset of I am not gonna summon, because I don't summon on this game. I choose to spend my money on other things in life and spend my dragon stones on gaining power level. But then, you know, there's box space, so I gotta summon. So I'll throw some at the ticket, you know, the tickets, whatever. And then I figured maybe with that I'd get, like, a copy. Sure. Did not expect this. Absolutely did not expect this. This is kind of insane. Like, wow. Alright, now I'm really pumped. Really pumped for, potential, the heroes units coming back and stuff, right? Now I'm ready. Now I'm ready for it. That's sick. Alright, so, here's the thing. Typically, the way it works for the web store, box space packs, in fact, let's just do this together. I'll go ahead and leave this in the video. Why not? Dang. Let me do this. Okay. Go here. Let me pull up the web store real quick, and then I'll put it on screen for you guys. We can take a look at what's going on in there. Let me log in real quick. Yes, sir. Cozy, you got him. Awesome. That is what I'm talking about. Okay. And then we go here. Perfect. Oops. There we go. Okay. So we've got... When did they add a point system to this? What? You can earn points now? How long has that been a thing? Oh, what do you get with the points? I'm getting so sidetracked here. Oh my. What? When did this become a thing? Yo. I need to make a video on this ASAP. Wow. That is incredible. Yeah. Those are some good rewards, and they don't look super expensive either. Okay, that is a video incoming for sure. Interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and hunt for this little box space pack. Dude, there's so many packs. Oh my god. There's so much stuff live here. This is insane. So it's this one here, right? Oh, wait. Okay, so you can buy... No. Hold on. What? I'm really confused here. Yeah, so the Vicious Fighting Spirit, this is the top pack. So this one should have 5 box space in it. The thing I hate about these... Oh, it does tell you right here. Okay, hold on. Character slot 5. Yeah. Okay, so you can get this pack twice. And then this is just that first pack, right? So it shouldn't have any box space in it. Okay, it doesn't. It's weird. So you don't actually have to do the step-ups here. In that the middle pack for the step-up isn't here. So it's slightly different than what's in-game. But we could potentially get 2 more of these to get 10 more box space. I mean, we might as well for the box space. The thing is, we've already pulled all the units, though, right? Yeah, so 10 box space available here. Okay. We already pulled all the units. I don't really think it's going to be super necessary to get these for me, just because, again, we already got all the units. As much as I would like to, I do have to kind of balance what is smart to do, right? I've already spent some money on the game, but I can't go completely balls to the wall every time, unfortunately. So getting the 15 box space will be nice. We're going to have to let that other 10 go for now. It's alright. If I was leading the pack on, you know, having the most box space of anyone in the world, I'd be fine, like, getting every single little bit that comes out ever. But since I'm already, you know, multiple hundreds down on some of the most important players that it is important that I'm not down on, it's kind of nothing. It doesn't really make too much of a difference to miss a little bit here and there, right? Okay, so then I guess in that case, we're going to go ahead and finish it up. Got everything that we needed out of it. Let's see this LR artwork. Up close and personal. Oh, and it has the Xenoverse 2 little tag at the bottom. That is so good. I'm screwing... Oh my god, I'm screwing everything up. Yeah, exactly. Not really trying to spend 60 bucks for 10 box space. It's a little bit not... Especially because the banner is so bad and I don't need any of the units now. I'm like, yeah, that's... I don't know. A little bit iffy of a choice to make, right? Okay, well, there we go. Had just absolutely amazing, insane luck. Be mad about it. I don't know. That's gonna do it for this summon video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace. Okay, don't leave the stream. Don't leave the stream. Don't leave the stream. Stay. We're still doing more stuff. That was just the end of the summon video. Which I'm gonna have to cut a lot of fluff out of the end of, because, all of that web store box space nonsense probably not gonna be included. Okay, so something else I want to take a look at now is gonna be the Baba shop, because we have the what's it called? That little thingy-ma-thingy. This guy, the stone. Oh. Bro. Real quick, though. Shout out Mr. Dokkan for having just pulled his first copy of this unit right here. After like 7 years of playing the game. And now you could have just bought him in the shop with a free stone. A week after you got your very first copy of him. Holy moly. This stone, I get why they gave out the stone for free now. I was getting really excited when I saw that initially, and I thought it was going to mean that there was going to be, like, Heroes units back or something. This is hilarious. This is, like, hilariously bad. Like, I don't need any of this, right? All these units are long since rainbowed for me. Probably just gonna get a Kai with that. But I am gonna wait. Because something that they do sometimes is they add characters to these shops, right? Now, obviously, with this being a Xenoverse crossover, they only have the Xenoverse collab characters here, which makes perfect sense. And these are the only ones of those available. But the Heroes characters, potentially returning sometime during the celebration. I don't know what it looks like of them being, you know, potentially being able to be added to this stone. I doubt it, but, like, maybe. I don't know. It's weird to me that they chose to make this a stone. Honestly. It is kind of my real take here. Because you know, if you think about, like, any time we've had, like, a list of just kind of crappy characters available in the shop, usually they do some other kind of currency, right? Like, if you think of, like, the Tanabata wish strips, that type of thing, this feels like something that's more on that level. It doesn't really feel premium enough to be a Dragonstone, so I feel like that was a little bit of a waste. But I know that that's something they've done in the past for crossover characters. They've done this Silver Dragonstone as, like, indicative of crossover characters. That's why I was getting excited for potential heroes returns here, but yeah, I don't know. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and leave that alone. We still have a long time to buy these. I'm probably not going to spend it until these 26 days are up, and we know for sure nothing else is going to get added in there. But yeah, that is pretty underwhelming, I'll say. Definitely not too exciting there. What are the panel missions looking like? Oh, there's more of them. We have more of the stones here. That's what you were saying. Got it. I read I read your chat, Jackson's, that said the panel missions give you stones. I thought you were just referring to dragon stones, which I was like, yeah, duh. What else are they gonna give you? You meant these stones. Okay. This makes me feel even more confident that they're gonna add characters. Because if you can get a bunch of them like this, like, I don't see the point. I mean, the other thing is, almost for sure, that whole lineup of characters is going to Easy A, right? Because none of those characters are even remotely usable right now. So the fact that they are giving them out for free as potential to obviously be, like, supporting crossover characters that you can use for these new units kits, like, build a team with, they're going to Easy A them. So look forward to that. That's definitely coming. I would assume we're going to get, like, one collab crossover Easy A. You do the 30 stages, and then you earn the 5 character medals at a time. So that'll probably be what happens, most likely. Alright. That's cool. What is next? We gotta check on, oh, the quest stages are live. Okay, so we have to do the Jiren event. Probably gonna push off all the challenge content until the very end. Maybe even not even do it in the stream. I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. But yeah, so we gotta do the Jiren event, and then we also have to do the quest stages. I suppose there's also the new Dokkan event to take care of as well. Since I did pull the units, I'm gonna have to grind that. So we'll see. But yeah, let's go ahead and, take a look at the new quest stages here. So we have 5 through 8. Okay. Oh yeah, we also have Seriously Serious. That's really funny. It escaped me. Doing the Seriously Serious, like, actually escaped my brain, because, I didn't need the unit anymore, so I didn't need the tickets anymore, so I just kind of forgot about it. But yeah, so maybe we'll do that. That's now not a guarantee to do on camera, because I don't need the tickets to do a summon video. Like, the summon video is complete, right? So, yeah, probably gonna chill off that. And then let's see. Alright, so we have all of these. Let me pull up Dokkan info, and so I can get the link level rates for these. Because I did hear that there was a crazy link level rate for one of these guys. Let's see. Yeah, the last stage. Okay. So I'm curious to see what the last stage is going to look like, because there is a pretty fat link level rate on it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and probably turn this one into a video as well. Yeah, essentially the new 35-6, right? I'm pretty sure it's one fight. Yeah, one stage, one fight, and then there's 3 enemies, right? I think is what it is, so we'll see about that. We'll see what that stage is looking like in just a moment here. Alright, let's go ahead and start another video recording so I can turn this little section into a video as well. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be taking down the new stages of Area 40 in the quest mode. We've got the second half here, so stages 5 through 8 that we're going to be taking down. So we'll just go ahead and dive in and see if any of these stages are going to be, you know, something big baller enough to potentially call a link leveling stage, right? Oh gosh. What even is this team? I don't really have a team ready to go for this. Let me make a quick cut, and then we will be back as soon as I've got a team ready to go. Well, that was a little awkward. Let's just not even worry about the new units for right now. I suppose, yeah, because I'm gonna have to awaken them and stuff. I'm gonna first have to grind the metals and all that. Oh shoot, let's do this. We gotta get Yamcha up here anyway. In fact, maybe I should do Piccolo Jr. Hold on. Let's do Piccolo Jr. with all of the workshop characters. Get a couple more here. There we go. Oh wait, actually. Okay. Oh, perfect. I'm already filtered by what I need to be filtered by. Let's grab one. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. We are back. We are ready with a team that can actually be link leveled. It brings me disgust to ever use a team that is full link level 10 when I don't need to, right? Every gameplay opportunity is an opportunity to gain power level. If you're spending stamina, that is. So, yeah, definitely had to go in and do that. Alright, so it looks like this first stage 5 here, is going to be kind of a dud. We do have access to the link level rates on each of these stages through the Dokkan Info website, so I've got that up here on the side. I guess I will show that to you guys now. I probably should have showed that to you before we even jumped in. But this one is only going to be a one phase, one enemy, one turn type of fight. And then it has a link level rate, if we go to level 5 here, of 1.1125. And it looks like that's going to be the same all the way up until the very last stage, where we have this massive link level rate right here, which is very comparable to a previous stage that we had, 35.6, right? So, yeah, we know what link level rate to expect from the rest of these stages moving forward. I am curious, the one thing that's a little bit hard to tell on these initial runs is the the incredible gem drops. I don't really know what those are going to look like, because a lot of the times these stages have a pretty likely chance to drop a certain pack of incredible gems, or like of a couple of different numbers that you could potentially get, and then they'll have a rare chance to get something like awesome. That's like a much bigger pack, like 77 or 100 or something like that, right? There's even some stages that have a chance to drop 300 medals or gems at a time, right? So it just depends. So yeah, I'm not really sure as far as what's going to be a good incredible gem grinding stage or not. But maybe we'll get lucky enough to get one of those lucky rare drops and see what the, like, pinnacle max you can get for one of these stages is, right? But alright, looking like stage 6 is not going to be hot stuff either. We are getting different incredible gems on these stages, though. So this one's going to be blue incredible gems, where the last one was only green incredible gems. And then it looks like we're just going to be alternating, switching back and forth. So the next stage is going to be green again. Okay, perfect, as we can see right here. Alright, and the reason I'm bringing Piccolo Jr. is because I happen to know for sure that the very last stage is against 3 enemies, so that one we're going to need Piccolo Jr. for, but I wasn't sure what to expect of any of the rest of these ones. In the middle here, it looks like they are all one enemy. Okay, so it technically would have been quicker to bring Yamcha. But I always stand by, if you don't know what the enemies are going to be, you should bring Piccolo Jr. instead of Yamcha, because for that initial run, like, if you don't have Yamcha and you're facing one enemy, oh no, you're just going to have to do normal super attacks and you can't use the active skill, right? But if you don't have Piccolo Jr. and there's multiple enemies, now you lose a lot of time, because you have to do multiple super attacks, right? So, I feel like it's always better to just default to having Piccolo Jr. there, just to be safe. So yeah, ended up taking us a little bit longer on this one, but no big deal. We will collect our incredible gems, our W, and hopefully a link level or 2, and then be on out of here into that final stage, which I am curious to test out, like I said. It's looking very possible that it is going to be a solid replacement for one pretty good link level stage. Whether it is the absolute best stage or not, that'll remain to be seen. I'm going to go out on a limb and say no, though. It is my kind of knee-jerk reaction about that. Just because if 35.6 right now is not the best stage, which it isn't, then I can't really see a world in which 48 is the new best, right? Granted, this stage is going to be a little bit better, just a little bit better than 35-6, because on 35-6, the map is set up exactly the same way. So you've got 2 spaces in the fight and 2 spaces out. But you're facing 5 enemies on that stage. You have to fight all 5 Ginyu Force members. Whereas here, you're only facing 3. So technically, it is going to be slightly faster for you to clear this stage. Actually, maybe more than slightly. To be fair, maybe more than slightly. Because if you're autoing on stage 35-6, there's going to be times where you jump into battle and you don't have Piccolo Jr. out on the first turn, right? And so if you don't have him, you're going to have to sit through 5 characters worth of attacks, potentially super attacks, and then you also have a lot more enemies that you have to deal manual attacks to. So one, you're either just going to be there for a longer time if you're link leveling real units that have the chance, like the potential to KO these enemies, these like quest mode status enemies by themselves, then it's just going to take you a good amount less, I guess, on this stage, because there's only 3 enemies to fight, that you would actually potentially be able to do it in 1 turn. And then move on with it. Whereas on 35-6, sometimes if you don't get Piccolo Jr. on turn 1, you still get a turn 2, because you haven't killed all 5 enemies yet, and it just takes you so much extra time to be able to do all of that, right? So, technically this stage is faster, but not only is it faster, it's also better because there's only 3 enemies that you have to worry about taking damage from. So if you're in the situation like me, where the characters that you're link leveling are really, really weak, then you have less of a chance of getting KO'd on this stage than you would on a stage like 35-6, right? So that is kind of a really big point to bring up too. I kind of want to see the damage comparisons. So let's go ahead and look back. Go back on the wiki here. This is the new stage that we just played against. So the enemies have 1.1 million HP, 40,000 attack for their normals, which is nothing. So that's definitely not something to worry about. And then 100,000 damage on their supers, which also feels low, but we're gonna compare that to 35-6 and see what that looks like. With decently low chances, right? 17% chance to super, and then 25% for each of them. Okay, now let's go ahead and look at 35-6 here. Oh shoot, I wasn't in the right space. Quests. 35, we'll go all the way to 6. Perfect, 35-6 here. Let's take a look at this enemy. Okay, so these enemies have half the amount of HP. About 20k less on their super attack damage, and like 5,000 less on their, normal attack damage. It's less than half HP. Yeah, so this stage is considerably weaker in a lot of ways. The good thing is that the damage doesn't go up by much, but it does go up. So if you're getting supered on this new stage, you're probably going to die if you were also dying on 35-6. But the thing is, again, the reason why you would take deaths so often on 35-6 is because when all 5 enemies have an attack, the chances that there are multiple super attacks is way higher than if you're on this stage like 48, where there's only 3 enemies. It's going to be less often that you're getting hit with double supers, right? And you can reasonably probably still tank a super. It's just tanking multiple in the 1 turn is what gets really tough when you're link leveling, such garbage characters like SRs and things like that, right? So overall, I think we do have a stage that is essentially going to replace 35-6. Funny enough, you're also earning blue gems on both of the stages, so there's no change there either. So if you were someone that was, dedicated to the 35-6 grind, then this is definitely going to be a better stage for you. Now, whether this is a better stage than... let's run it a few more times while we're talking about it. Might as well, rather than doing nothing. But if you think that, okay, so the question still remains if it's going to be a better stage than, 38-7 or 39-3, right? Because those are the other 2 pinnacle stages that we're looking at for link leveling these days. So 38-7, as it stands right now, was definitively better than 35-6, even though it had a slightly lower link level rate. And the reason for that is because you're only fighting 1 enemy, so you can get through it so much quicker, consistently, with the Yamcha strategy than you could on 35-6 with the Piccolo Jr. strategy, that little bit of link level rate that you end up losing doesn't end up costing you that much. And you end up just being okay in the end. And, like, you actually end up getting more power level in a shorter amount of time, right? So now that we're facing something that's a little closer to a one enemy fight, because it's only 3, we kind of have to bring up that question again about whether it's going to be faster to link level on 35-6 or 48 here with the Piccolo Jr. strat with the slightly heightened link level rate, or if it's going to be faster to link level on 38-7 with a slightly lower link level rate and then, you know, a quicker to clear stage. And I think, personally, the answer is still going to be 38-7 in that case, which for me means that the conversation really hasn't changed, because what's still up in the air to this day is whether 38-7 is better or 39-3 is better. And I think those are still our 2 reigning champs for now. Maybe I'll be proven wrong by some testing and whatnot, but I honestly don't plan to play this stage too often. I think if I were to go back toward... I have been leaning more toward 39-3 these days, but if I were to go back toward single fight grinding, I would probably go to 38-7 before I go to this stage, I think. Alright, well that is basically everything that I have for you guys today. So yeah, no new amazing insane link level stage that is going to be the go-to staple for everyone, I don't think here, but we do at least have a new contending stage, which I think is good. I think this is definitely a good thing. If they're not going to just absolutely power creep the link leveling process and make it super easy and put like a Dokkan Day level event in the game for us to just link level on all the time, then I think it is very good that they give us this variation and allow people to have different options for types of stages that they would like to run, right? Like, I think it would be really cool if they would add a stage that has like 10 fights and takes like 50, well, I don't even, that's an inaccurate amount of time, right? It would need to be like 5 minutes to clear or something with 10 fights or something like that. And they're all one enemy fights, but then you have a link level rate of like 0.7. So then it's for people that want to be able to grind links, and they don't want to spend a ton of stamina to do it. They want to be able to get a lot of links with one bar, and they're willing to spend the extra time, but they also don't want to have to sit there and reset like back-to-back runs. So overall, they're going to be moving slower on the power level grind because they're working with such a low link level rate, but then they're also, you know, able to like participate in modern quest play where they're earning incredible gems and they're getting rank experience and Zenny. Because if you could technically do what I just talked about, having access to a really low link level rate, a ton of fights in a row, you would have to go all the way down to like 710 to do that. And I just don't think that that's practical for a lot of other reasons. So yeah, it's nice to see the variation with these link level stages. It's good that the devs are still keeping in mind that this is the main way that people are link leveling, right, outside of Dokkan Day, is being able to run these quest stages. So, yeah, we will just have to wait and see what the next batch of quest stages brings us. But so far, looking like we still have our reigning champs 38-7 and 39-3. Alright, well, that is everything that I have for you guys in this one. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think about these new quest stages, and if you plan to try out stage 48 yourself. That is going to do it for this one, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace. Okay. Again, don't leave. We're still streaming. We're still streaming. That is, Ramblefest number 2 finished. Did I even do my dailies today? Oh, I did, because I got milk. Okay. Man, I'm really waiting for them to add something in this redstone shop that I want. Because I've been saving up a lot of milk. I'm going to be able to buy quite a few new characters with that stuff. Oh, they refreshed this too. Let's go ahead and pick all these up. What category is it for? Crossover. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Yes, that makes sense. Okay. What do we do next here? How are we doing on panel missions? We got one. We got one. Heck yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm a fraud. Not even 25,000. I'm under by a little bit there. Okay, so we have the new Seriously Serious. Quest is done. Switching your Yamcha to a full crit build? Yeah, why not? Who cares, right? Whatever you use him for. The thing is, like, some people want to have Yamcha on a dodge build because, like, that's what his kit is, and technically, he can clear the hardest possible content if you put him as full dodge. But, like, no one's using that guy in challenge content these days, right? We've had a little bit of a burst with, like, Saiyan Saga, so there was some use for him, I guess, going around a little bit right now. But, yeah, screw it. Like, just make him full crit. If that's what you need, if you run him on Dokkan events and getting those done quickly is important to you, then yeah, do it. Which, thank you for saying that, by the way, because that's actually the next thing we need to do. Let me see if there's a support medal, Dokkan Awakening medal support campaign. There is here. So, let's see what all the conditions are. Rainbow Team. Category here is going to be crossover. Time Travelers. Okay, Time Travelers. No support items, 5 turns. Yeah, alright. Oh, I noticed we're getting some old medals, too. Probably ones that he needs to awaken. Would make sense. You never used Yamcha for challenge content? That's actually crazy. That doesn't make any sense to me. He was my GOAT for a very long time. Still is, but in a different way, right? Okay, we need Time Travelers. Let's put on that filter. Okay, whatever. I gotta remember we're doing a Dokkan event, so it actually just, like, really doesn't matter, right? Gotta make sure we have full all types, though, right? Okay. Oh, wait, we did STR. Oh, we have physical. Tech. Sure. AGL. Sure. And then whoever. Okay. Cool. Call it a day. You need 140 medals in total? Is that real? Oh my god. So I imagine each of the banner units is 35. So there's 70 total. And then you need another 70 for Vegeta himself. Because 35 for the TUR, 35 for the LR. Yeah. That makes sense. Well, this is coming off the heels of me literally declaring, oh gosh, look at that lag. Getting this initial run done is going to be nice. So I can auto it, so we don't have the selection lag on the orbs, because I don't feel like app resetting right now. But yeah, this is literally me coming off the heels of saying that I'm not doing this kind of grind anymore. I'm not grinding Dokkan events anymore, because oftentimes I don't get the units, and I would previously go and, like, farm up, like, I don't know, like 300 copies of every Dokkan Awakening medal every time it releases, just cuz. And that was me being, you know, used to the situation where, like, I'm over time pulling so many copies of SSRs and stuff that I would need all those extra Dokkan Awakening medals. But ever since the reverse update, not only is it not necessary to have the Dokkan Awakening medals for the characters you're going to keep as their SSR copies, but also I don't even collect those cards anymore. So there's really no point in me collecting a big chunk of these extra Dokkan medals. I'm literally never going to use them. So as long as I have enough Dokkan medals to Dokkan Awaken the top copy of every unit on the banner, then I'm never going to have to run these Dokkan Awakening events again. Other than if random LRs release and then they happen to need an older medal or something, right? But I have such a big collection of medals from everything that's already existed in the game that it's going to be a long time before we're seeing, you know, new events that are releasing now have their medals be needed as a secondary medal for a new character releasing, right? It's going to be years before that becomes a problem. So I'm essentially, I would be, like, farming for so far in advance that, like, I just don't even care. And I don't know how many of those medals I'm going to need, so there's no point in, like, over-farming a bunch of extra ones and stuff, right? I'm just going to leave it for now. But I guess I don't really have that opportunity here on this one, because I do need the 140 medals, right? So, I guess we are going to be going ahead and getting those. But alright, that is our, all the missions done, so that's the 28 extra medals there, that we should be getting. At least I assume it's 28. Let's actually see how many it is. Just because we have a very different celebration going on right now. You never know. Nice, we got the, power level bonus 2. Cool, cool. Alright, let's see. Yeah, so it's 28 and then the 35 of the God Goku medals. See, and it's like, I've got 200 of these, so... Yeah, see, I that has been in the back of my mind of maybe, like, maybe still farming up the ones I would need for an eventual top copy of a unit. But I imagine that units I miss out on, sometimes it's going to be so long before I end up getting a copy of them, right? I don't really think it will be worth to do, like, ahead of time. Okay, now we gotta jump in with the real team. So, Daimogoku's so tough, I don't have him and never will because I'm skipping GDC for 2027 April Fools. Okay, yeah. Good idea, Cozy. Good idea. Bro's such a goof. Sure. This one'll work. I don't actually know. Oh, you know what? Let's take off. Because, hold on. Do we have the right enemies for this? Let's see. I don't know whose active skills are actually going to be able to activate. Turtle School or Kamehameha. So, he's not going to work. And then I don't think Tao works here either, because we need a mission execution enemy. No, Dragon Ball Seeker or Kamehameha enemy. Okay. So, but the unit I was going to take him off for was the, what am I doing? Accidentally taking units off the team I didn't mean to. For this unit, because he's got a turn 1 active as well. So that'll work out well, because the reason these two actually pair really well for Dokkan events, where you're going to have multiple phases that you're clearing, being Yamcha and then the AGL Vegeta, is because if Vegeta is on rotation, then Yamcha doesn't get his active. So you won't have the double, like, active skill proccing, like, animation to play, because Yamcha's won't play. So you'll just automatically get the Vegeta one and then move on with it. It'll also be convenient for situations where Vegeta is in slot 3, and then he launches his active, because normally in that situation, like, Yamcha would launch the active first, and then the unit in slot 3 that has an active to use would just get floated off, and then it would be 3 turns before you see them again. But in this case, you can actually savor Yamcha on rotation, and then Vegeta would get floated off. Well, and he's not going to get floated here, unfortunately, but you get the idea. Like, he would be in slot 3, get floated off, and then the next turn coming back, you would just be able to use the Yamcha active. So, I think there's good synergy there. I think that works out pretty well. But I guess the question remains, like, how much HP this Dokkan event has, and if all of these, like, turn 1 actives that we have access to are even going to be able to, go off, right? Don't really know. Don't really know. So yeah, here we notice, like, Tao, his, active can't go off here, so I almost feel like it's kind of unnecessary to have him on the team. Because the whole idea here is that we just kill with actives alone, right? Which I also want to see if it's going to be possible for Yamcha's active to kill here. This is a good test. Oh, we don't have it because we have Vegeta on rotation. Okay. So I guess that's one problem. This is literally the worst case scenario that could have happened for that, right? Would have been, Vegeta going on rotation, and the turn that it's the turn after he used his active, so his active is not available anymore, and then that's the turn you show up with both of the other Yamchas on rotation, so they never got to use their actives. Like, sure. Yeah, okay. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, it's almost making me think maybe we should go for a different turn 4 active unit in place of him. There should be some other turn 4 active we can do. AGL UI. Yeah, AGL UI is the one. Let's do that. Alright, perfect, perfect, perfect. Yeah, this should work out. This should work out just fine. How's the luck been for you guys? Are you guys summoning? Did we get him? I know Cozy got him. Jackson's, are you summoning? Going in for these guys or nah? I don't recommend it, but I'm still curious if people are doing it against my better advice, you know? I pulled a W content creator moment there, you know? Where I advise you don't summon, and then I do something so hype that makes it hard not to, right? You got shafted on the anniversary, so you're on your way to get 2,000 stones, so you'll never get shafted again. Well, what a statement. I would say you're probably going to get shafted again. There's never a last shaft. There's always another shaft. That's the golden ticket advice I can give to you, is always expect another shaft. Maybe you won't get shafted next time. And here's the thing, even if you pull the unit you want in 2,000 stones, that doesn't mean you didn't get shafted. You just got the unit, but you still got shafted. You know what I mean? But it is wise to save. It's definitely not wise to spend your stones here, so probably smart to save. The more stones you have for a unit that you want, the more likely you are to get them, right? You just are gonna have to accept the reality that it's not gonna go smoothly sometimes, or a lot of the time, right? You are gonna have to get shafted. It happens to all of us. We have literally seen over the past like 3 months me go like 1,300 units to pull what's it called? To pull like 1,300 stones to pull a unit, like a first copy of a unit, and we've also seen me literally get the brand new Dokkan Fest in 7 free tickets from Seriously Serious. So it's just the duality of luck, man. Everybody's got to live on both sides of it at all times. Can't have it just one way or the other, you know? Yeah, UI was the exact same unit that I got shafted for. You might have seen my video for it. I did record those summons. It was quite brutal, I will be honest. Definitely was not the good bit of fun that I wanted. But I had to do it to him. And honestly, the fact that Training in the Clouds never went live was kind of a good help. Though, actually, I can't even say that. I can't even say that, honestly. Because, like, as far as saving stones, so that I had stones to spend on that summoning session instead, because prior to the anniversary, had been saving up a lot of stones, making sure that I had enough to be able to blow 1,000 stones on the Training in the Clouds, and then it never went live, right? But the Whis event went live instead, and that was also a 20-second clear event that cost 40 stamina per run. So it was essentially the same thing as Training in the Clouds. And Training in the Clouds also had 2 enemies at the same time. So, theoretically, you know, the Whis event hurt my stamina even more, right? My stamina consumption, anyway. Yeah, no, I very, very much wish that we had Training in the Clouds back. One day, eventually. Alright, we're halfway done already. Probably time-wise not halfway done, though, because we did get that extra bulk of medals on the very first run, right? So, we'll see. Yeah, no, exactly. Good shout, Cozy. Daima Goku, we did end up getting him with tickets. Tickets that I did not even buy for myself. Tickets that were gifted to me by somebody else, so. Call me lucky, you know? Yeah. If Training in the Clouds ever comes back, that will be a very, very exciting day, for sure. I would definitely be into the idea of that happening, but it seems like now that was probably just a 10th anniversary exclusive thing that isn't going to be happening again. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that's the reality here. I don't think that, because, like, okay, we had the Natate Village event that happened, like, 2024. I want to say it was like worldwide that year or something that event came out around that time. I don't actually remember fully. But yeah, like that event just never returned. It really seems to me like Training in the Clouds is kind of on that, like, on that path at this point. That it's just now a special event that's not ever going to return again. But the weird part about that is that it used to be a daily event. Like, it used to be in the growth tab and just available at all times, right? And then now, like, they revamped it into the awesome version of what it was. That was like its third or fourth revamp, making it better and better over time, just depending on what the game called for at that point in history, right? So the fact that it's now just gone is a little weird, right? Definitely a bit odd. Do you have any units that you're not able to get from World Tournament anymore since the banner is gone? I have SR Bunny Bulma that's stuck there forever. Won't be able to rainbow her, just 55 SR Bunny Bulma. Yeah, I actually have all of them. I have every single SR and Rare from the World Tournament banners, and not only do I have all of them, but I have a 1 in every slot for all of them. So, the Bulmas, both the Int Bulma and the Tech Bulma, I have all 4 of the, ones in every slots for them. And then, for, yeah, all of, like, the SRs and Rares, I have both their Unawakened copy and their Dokkan Awakened copy. All fully finished. Any one of the ones that can be rainbowed, done. Any one of the ones, I mean, they can all be SA10, they all are, and they're all link leveled as well. That collection is fully finished and complete. And during this World Tournament, I actually finished rainbowing the top copy of every single World Tournament character. All of the LRs, all of the World Tournament reward cards, and then all of the Dragon Ball Saga Summon banner units as well. All of them are completely done. I showed off all of that in my World Tournament reward video that I posted earlier today. I was thinking about maybe doing a second one that was more of a specific showcase, but I would need to set up tags in my box to allow for that. Because my World Tournament collection looks really messy right now, is the only thing. It's a little bit unfortunate about it. Just because, like, they're all in a tag. So all of the, like, SSR copies and stuff I've collected over time are all on that same tag. So I can't really show, like, the complete collection. The reverse update kind of made that difficult, right? Because I had a ton of units that were sitting in their SSR state. It was obvious were not my top copy of the unit. And then a bunch of them got Dokkan Awakened for me. So now I have a ton of units where it's like I have it at 140 and then I also have it at 120. And the 120 is probably not rainbowed for a lot of them. So it just doesn't look as like nice and neat and like a full rainbowed collection of everything. So I'll probably end up doing a specific tag with just the top copy of every unit. So that I can show the full complete collection, and then have the second tag be the whole thing, and then do a little, like, showcase video that way. Why did my music stop? There we go. They used to give more cards in the missions, right? This World Tournament, we only got LR Jackie Chun, and I already have Rainbow. Yeah. So, there is a big process that's happened with those over time. So the reason why there's less is because they didn't Easy A any World Tournament reward cards. So the only units that would ever show up as a reward card that you can get from the missions is if they have an Easy A. The only units that show up recurringly are the LRs, and right now we're focused on Jackie Chun's Easy A. He is the one that is the most recent Easy A. And obviously they don't do those every World Tournament. It's like every 5 World Tournaments or 4 World Tournaments or something like that. So we're just going to keep getting a copy of Jackie Chun until they decide to Easy A the next World Tournament LR. And then we'll start getting copies of that unit instead. Which should be Pilaf, Shu, and Mai, if I remember correctly. Let me see. I'm going to actually pull that up on the fandom here. Let me see. Where is this at? Oh no, I can't find it. Oh, here we go. There we go. I know you can't see what I'm doing right now, but just hunting for the list of World Tournament reward cards so I can remember that order that the LR's released. Yeah, so the next one's going to be Pilaf, Shu, and Mai. And that is actually the last one. Oh, well, no, that's not true, because we have Chi-Chi now. Yeah. So Pilaf, Shu, and Mai will be the next one, and then after that would be Chi-Chi. And then we're done with easying the World Tournament LRs. But the thing is, we have... Here, I'll toggle over here so you can see this, too. Oh, you said, should I buy units that already easy-aid with Hercule tickets since it's small chance they will give them for free in missions, right? Yeah. So, any of the ones that already have easy A's that are sitting in that shop, they're never going to be available from the World Tournament again. The only way you will ever be able to get those cards is through the shop. So yeah, you should. That's the main thing that you want to save your Satan signatures for, is being able to pick up copies of those cards that have already easy-aid. Yeah, that's definitely what you want to do. Wouldn't recommend buying dupes until you have the entire collection complete, so just 55%ing units is probably what you want to go for. But here, we'll show this off real quick. So yeah, where are we at in Easy A's? We are at, here. This was the last unit to Easy A, and then this was the last unit to, this was the last unit to Dokkan Awaken, this Int Trunks right here. So, yeah, they still have, like, all of these units to go through, minus the couple LRs that are sitting in here, right? Like the Mercenary Tau is done with. But we still have Dokkan Awakenings to do for the rest of these characters, and then Easy A's to do from this Trunks all the way down as well. All the way through Champa here. So we have to do all of those, but notice that during this World Tournament, none of these characters got any attention. That's why you didn't get anything from the rewards. Because the only subset of cards that... Or, like, the only card that did get an Easy A during this World Tournament was Shen. And Shen is not a World Tournament reward card. Because the way that it worked, if you're unfamiliar, if you're new enough, the way that World Tournaments used to work before Easy A's started being a thing, is that from the main rewards, you would get a card. So, like, the way that in the actual World Tournament reward system, you earn the LR, and you, like, get a copy of Chi-Chi or something, it would be like that for the global rankings. You would have to rank high enough in order to earn a copy of the card. And then higher ranked individuals would get more and more copies of the card to be able to rainbow it. Like, I think first place would even get more than like 14 copies. You'd get like 30 copies or something of the new character that came out. And that's what all of those were, right? But this time, we just had Shen, which was only ever available from the Dragon Ball Saga Summon banner. And that's why those characters have been the most rare in, like, the game's history, because they were never available. No matter how hard you grinded, if you got first place in the World Tournament, it didn't matter. You could not get the card for free. The only thing you could do was get a higher placement, so that you could get more tickets, so that you could do more summons on the Dragon Ball Saga Summon banner. And the rates were horrible. So it was really, really tough to pull some of those units. And even, like, people that went hard for years and years and years, myself included, weren't able to complete those collections while those banners were live. So, but yeah, Shen getting the Easy A means that because he was never a World Tournament reward card, they're never going to give him out with the missions. That's why he wasn't included in that, even though he did get an Easy A during this World Tournament, right? So yeah, hopefully that clears it up for you. Hopefully that was a million more information than you even asked for. Alright, I haven't really been paying attention, I've just been auto-resetting runs, so I'm not sure how many more medals we need. We'll double-check here and see how close we are to that 140, so we can get these guys awakened. I'm still just over here looking at this web store. Like, I'm baffled. I am so baffled about the point system. That's insane to me. I had no idea that that was going to be a thing. Yeah, 15 keys is crazy. Okay. So here's the thing. One really good thing about 15 keys available is that it just means you're going to be able to acquire them quicker. If you're already someone that buys them from the monthly packs, you're just going to be able to get more in a shorter amount of time. So that is kind of huge. We might be able to use that to our advantage over time. Man, that's, yeah. Let's see, let's see. Okay. So... Oh, I forgot to check how many medals I had gotten. Whoops. Okay, well, we're looking at the web store, so let's go back here and take a look. Okay, so... What are points? Yeah, sure. Save up points to purchase through the store. Whenever you purchase, earn points based on the amount. Points will reset the following month. Please note that points cannot be carried over to the next month. Okay. So that's why it's so good. That's why this is so insane. Because earning that many points, you're going to have to spend a lot quickly. It's not that you just need to spend a lot over time. You have to spend a lot very, very fast. So it's looking to me like these upper level ones are not going to be that worth. Because it's 1,000... It really exponentializes the amount of... you know, amount of spending that you have to do in order to get all these points. And then you're not really getting that much. I guess there is 15 more keys here, right? So... yeah, that's not bad. Okay. That is not too horrible. I'm kind of curious what these are, though. This little slider down here. I don't know what that is. Is that implying that, like, you could earn even more than this and then unlock a second page that has even more? Like, huh? I'm actually not sure. I'm actually really not sure. But one thing I will say... it probably would have been smarter for me to buy the box space, or, yeah, the packs here first, because then I would have been getting the points as well. This is tempting me so hard, because there's these points available. Oh my goodness, because, like, already there would be the 10 box space, right? So we look at it and we go, 60 bucks for 10 box space, like, psh, do we need it? But then it's also for, well, let's see, that would have been, what was it, 330... wait, where was it? Yeah, 330 points. So we do that twice. That's 660 points. Which will equate to a lot here. A lot. Like, I guess we would have rollover points at that point because we would buy these first three, right? We'd pick up these first three and then we would be out of points. Well, we wouldn't be out of points. We would have a little bit left, but we wouldn't have enough for this, right? Man, I am very curious about that. I think I am almost, I mean, maybe it's a BS excuse, but just so that I could potentially make a video on it, I think I am probably going to pick up those other box space packs just so that I can show off this system that they've added here. Yeah, I probably will end up picking those up just as, you know, an experiment to see how this works with the points here. But that is really exciting, honestly. Okay, so I just checked in between these runs. I have 126 medals, so 14 more. So hopefully we get the power level bonus on this one, and then we should be good. Are you able to get all the rewards, or how much would you need to pay? No, you would have to pay a lot, right? Because you need 50 points for this. And here's the other thing. I'm assuming you have to spend... oh, wait, hold on. I don't even think you have to spend the points. It's like a battle pass. It's not, you don't have to spend the points to get them. It's just once you've acquired that many points, you automatically get them. Hold on. Let me toggle back. So, where we would be at if we bought those two packs is we would just be here. So we're automatically going to get all of this stuff and the 15 stones, I think, and then we'll be here. And then we'd have to spend 400 more, and then we would just be there, right? Spend 500 more, and we would get there. That makes a little more sense because of how exponential these numbers get. You don't have to actually spend that many points every time. You just have to acquire that much total. So yeah, there's definitely a second page and third page and so on. For sure, for sure. That's actually crazy. I can't wait to see, like, Truth. Probably it's going to be Truth, because he'd be the person to spend a bunch to make a video to be able to go all the way up to the end of this. But I'm curious what the end of that looks like. That's kind of insane. But yeah, wow. That's pretty nutty. Okay. Yeah, interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Neat. Okay, we are finishing up this run. Let's see if we get lucky here. And we did not, so we got to do one more run. One more run and we'll be there. Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna have to, he's not gonna have to spend 50k. Like, that's a gross over-exaggeration, right? If you look at the, oh, I'm back in game. Hold on. if you look at the top web store pack here that you can buy, this is what he would have to buy over and over again, right? No limit on these purchases here. 450 points, because it's 45 bucks each time, right? Oh, wait, yeah, that actually makes it really simple. Oh, well, I guess I can't really predict. We don't know if it's gonna be 50k or not, right? Because we don't know how many points you need to get to the end of that last page. So I guess that's a good point. Said, if I was Geppy, I would put box space on the last page. That's very cruel. That's very, very cruel. No, absolutely not. I reject that statement. That is not okay by me. Oh, man. Box space on the last page is absolutely sadistic. Truth would be all about it. I would not, because I would never be getting that box space, right? That would be way, way too much for me to spend to be able to get it, so unfortunately I would be out of the running. Would not be the case. Yeah. Definitely diabolical. Not about that. Not about that. And of course, we get the power level bonus when we didn't need it. But that's alright. I don't ever want to be sitting at 0 of these medals. So now we have the extra 7 to sit there with, which is good. So it's still something that is in our inventory, even though I don't have enough of them to do anything extra with, right? Okay, we also got a new record on that run. That must have been all 4 actives in a row. It's pretty good. Okay, so let's go ahead and awaken all of our characters so we have them available to use, because I imagine that some of the content we're about to play is going to be themed around them, and we're going to want them. Okay, this guy's farmable, though. Hold on. Do I want to farm him? I think I do. The new Jiren sprite looks cool. I haven't actually checked that out yet. We'll have to do that. That's actually the next place we're going to go, is the Jiren event. To farm that. But first, I want to farm for Trunks, which silly enough, I was right there. What am I doing? There we go. Oh, don't want the Dokkan medal. We want the unit itself. There we go. Yeah, I haven't actually seen the new Jiren sprite myself yet. Probably does look sick, though, I can imagine. Just with, like, the red aura and everything that he's gonna have. Definitely, probably does look cool. I'm excited to use him. I actually haven't even looked at the Jiren, details yet. I don't even know what his kit is. Let's go ahead and pull that up, and we'll take a look at that right now. Because I did read through the kits of, like, the 3 new units that we just summoned for. But I just did not take a look at Jiren. Hello? Is this site not updated yet? What are we doing? Alright. Oh, the way the wikis change. Let me tell you. Alright, we'll go on the Dokkan Battle database. The Thieving 6 wiki just doesn't update quick enough these days, unfortunately. Okay, here we go. Alright, that was a good amount of those Trunkses. We're gonna jump back in, though, for another run here. There we go. Okay. So we've got Jiren right here. Okay, so yeah, free-to-play ass leader skill. Love that. 250% stats as his basic effect. That's his entire basic effect. Oh, wow. He just gets his entire passive with crossover category allies. Okay, so you really need to use him on a crossover team, huh? So he has Ki 1 up to 4, attack and defense 110 up to 440, damage reduction 11% up to 44%. When attacking, he gets multiplicative attack. 444% is definitely not bad. Same with the defense when receiving an attack. Okay. When all allies in the same turn are crossover category allies, he is going to guard. All enemies attack minus 20% and then launches an additional attack that has a high chance to be a super. After performing 5 or more attacks in battle, crossover support 11%. After receiving 5 or more attacks in battle, attacks effective against all types. Massively raises attack for 1 turn. I mean, he's alright. He's... Okay, here's why he's weird. He's not defensively insane. Because the thing is, he's got about... He's got about 2/3 of the defense percentages built up in his kit. To, like, a Dokkan Fest unit. What's up, Zakatan? How you doing, man? But the problem is, he has free-to-play stats. Right? So defense is not going to be looking that strong. Even with that 44% damage reduction, I don't think he's going to be that incredible. The other thing... Oh, we are looking at the Dokkan Awakened version of him, right? We are, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it leaves room to Easy A him. I suppose they could always Easy A him during the celebration, right? It's been a long time since they've done something like that, though. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see him in action, right? We're gonna farm for him in a minute here. Once we're done farming the super attack level, we will farm for Jiren and then get him going on the team. So basically, right now, our crossover team is the new Ultra Super Villain Vegeta. Then we have Muratoa. We have the Xeno Trunks, and then we have Jiren. That's 4 units, and we still need to add 2 more to the team. I don't know who else we're going to be able to put on there. Probably going to be some, like, random heroes unit that we think we can depend on. Maybe somebody that can dodge or whatever. Hey, Chewy, how's it going? How's it going? How are we doing? Alright, what's the drop? Okay, cool, cool. I think we have enough now. We can go feed in for super attack. Luckily, surely we have, like, close to 20 or something. We did, like, 3 or 4 runs here. Honestly, wasn't even paying attention or keeping track. You're annoyed? Uh-oh. Why? What happened? Did, summons not going well? Alright, let's get all of these awakened. Banner is good for you, but you got jack shit. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Definitely don't rewind to the stream. That's not going to help you feel less annoyed. Kind of pulled off some BS once again, so. Alright. This is definitely a more painstaking process than it once was. After the reverse update, making it so much easier to super attack level characters, it's like my least favorite thing ever to have to awaken characters that I am super attack leveling, right? The most annoying thing on earth. Because I used to be very used to doing this all the time. One, because I was collecting 1 in every slot for so many characters that I was just constantly super attack leveling. It was a part of my daily life. And then the other thing is that prior to the reverse update, you oftentimes had to Dokkan Awaken units in order to be able to feed them in for super attack levels. One, because the percentages weren't as good as they used to be. So sometimes you were just awakening further from, you know, being able to actually feed in with a real percentage for the unit, which is kind of essentially what we're doing right now. But then also with names changing between Dokkan Awakenings, sometimes you would have to actually, you know, like Dokkan Awakening units for it to proc as a feed-in percentage. So yeah, with all of that gone now, it's just I do this a lot less often, and so I'm not as numb to it. And it is quite annoying to do. Especially now that we've got like the sell all feature and stuff for our box. Gonna be pretty ecstatic being able to use that. In fact, we could probably go use that. Oh wait, actually I don't even know if that update went live for global, because it's on JP. I'm kind of assuming that with the celebration starting that update went live, but I guess it might not have. I didn't even think to double check for that yet. We'll have to see, we'll have to see. Was that the Goma OST? I don't actually know. We're on the Skill Orb training stage one now. That one ended before I could actually see what was going on with that one. Whoops. That's actually crazy that you're missing 5 out of the 7 featured. Yeah, definitely the kind of time where you want to go in and summon, right? Where you're missing that many of the characters. I can't tell you how many years it's been since I was missing 5 featured units on one banner. Must be nice, must be nice. Probably feels great to summon. Well, you know, here I am saying that when I was the one that pulled the units and you didn't, so... My bad. My bad. Alright. Probably not going to awaken all these. We did have like 20 plus of them. Let's try that. Hopefully this will be enough. Let's feed these into our boy Trunks here, see how it goes. Oh, here's the other thing. I gotta make sure not to lose power level. So I only want the ones that are at 60 here. Because I have a bunch of units that are like the previous like SSR copies and stuff. They're all unlocked, so I could accidentally select them, and then I would be losing some power level. Don't want to do that. Alright, well, it's looking like we're going to have to probably awaken some more of these. The first 2 feed-ins were not that lucky. We still have 7 more. So that's the thing. I could feed in all of these 5, too. But, like, it's just not going to be worth it, is it? I don't think it's going to be worth it to lose out on that much extra power level. Probably not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like I would have to take a 2-year break from a game for something like that to happen, right? Even being mostly free-to-play these days. Yeah, let's not do it. Let's not do it. Here's the thing. I was already feeding in, like, you know, all those characters that I plan to get rid of. That's why I unlocked them. Was so that when I'm going through super attack leveling, I can see what characters are available for me to, you know, spend on super attack leveling. Because if I'm going to get rid of those characters anyway, then it makes sense to at least get some value out of them, turn them into a Kai, and then I just take the hit on power level after they leave my box. But I was doing that already a little bit here and there, and I've lost about 300,000 power level, give or take, with all of the units that I've gotten rid of. And the thing that made me really, really scared was this 6.1 update, where they kind of threatened to give us a bunch more box space, right? And now it's looking like that could happen at some point, and I'm really scared about that, because it would just take me so much longer to be able to catch up to Megate and stuff if they're able to link level again freely with a bunch of new box space, you know, influx on the new, you know, like, coming into the game. And that just wouldn't be good for me. So, ideally, I need to penny pinch for power level to make sure that I can catch up to him as quickly as I possibly can. That way I'm not just, like, out of the running forever if something crazy happens. So, probably not going to be getting rid of any more of those units in that Xenosama tag for the time being. Oh, what am I doing? That's funny. Didn't mean to add units there, but it's whatever. No. Don't be talking like that, Chewy. That's oh man. That's ban-worthy comment right there. We do not support the box space around here. The less box space, the better. Definitely the less box space, the better. Alright, 7 more Trunkses to feed. Where is he at? Here we go. Hopefully we can get the last 4 levels to go through. Otherwise, we're actually going to have to turn around and go right back into that event. Which I don't want to do. Okay, 1 super attack level left. Should be good. We got this. 1 super attack level, 2 chances. I'm even going to put the training items in. That's how confident I am it's going to proc. Oh, no. Dang it. Alright. Well, perks of having more Kais than I would ever be able to do anything with. Let's just go ahead and use one. Not a big deal. Oh no. Geppy, I hate you for these these missions? Missions. What missions? Uh-oh. Are they just crossover specific? Crossover unit specific? Hey, I did think it was something that they consider, but this bulk buy update thing shows that's not planned anytime soon. I mean, I guess. No, I think that means it is planned for soon. Because Yeah, like, why would they add the update? If it was just, I mean, it makes sense, because they're updating it for new players who haven't yet purchased all that box space that's there, but if they're going to touch that in general, and that's going to poke the bear of the Truth DT, and maybe if there's a couple other, you know, long-time endgame players that need box space, especially on the JP side of the game, then the devs are going to be hearing it about box space more, and probably just give us more, right? So, I don't know. I think it could happen, but... I'm definitely on the side of I don't want it to happen, right? That it would be better if it doesn't happen. So, all right. Clear in 4 turns. Uh-oh. Some 4-turn mission clears, huh? And then there's a 6 crossover one as well. Yeah, that's all sounding correct. And yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see, Chewy, right? But I plan to be as prepared as possible for that day. That happens, if it is going to happen at some point, so, yeah, and the preparation, really the only preparation that I can do is to link level as fast as I possibly can, for as long as I possibly can until my box space is full, right? Yeah, like, it will be really sad, like, if they add, a couple hundred box space, that's gonna cost me, like, over a year. More, maybe. Maybe even, like, 2 years, of time to be able to, like, catch up to where I need to be again. So that will be really unfortunate if that happens. I really hope it doesn't happen. At least until I'm first. Once I'm first, they can do whatever they want. And then I can just try and maintain my spot. And that's actually, that'll be really good for, like, my life on YouTube and my life in playing Dokkan Battle and stuff, is if I, I appreciate that, Jackson. That's sweet of you. You'll be sad because it affects me. Yeah, that's a W mood right there. But yeah, like, if I'm not first place and they add like 1,000 box space that you can buy, I don't know. I don't know if I would ever be first place at that point. Because honestly, I don't know if I would continue link leveling. I'm not sure. It's already been such a long process to get to where I'm at. And I've got good progress. I'm about to be second place decently soon. And no matter what happens, I'm going to be able to pass Poimao because he's not playing anymore, right? But beyond that, I still have a 10 million gap. 12 million at this point, gap to get to Migate beyond that. So if he is able to just link level for 1,000 more box space worth of link leveling, dude, I'm cooked. I'm cooked, right? Like, it's likely that end of service will hit before I would be able to catch up to him at that point. So it would be a really tough day. That's all I will say, for sure. It would be a very, very tough day, if that were to happen. I'm not sure what would happen, because the thing is, he has adopted the fastest possible link level strat, which means he can just fly, right? And I would pretty much have to adopt that same link level strat in order to at least keep pace with him. And then still, I would need a bunch more time to catch up to him, right? So it's, I don't know. It would turn it into an immediate, like, fool's errand that almost feels like it wouldn't be worth it, just because of how many years it would go for. And it's so hard to keep climbing when you're at the top of what you can accomplish, right? If I'm just destined to be second place and no higher for, you know, 4 or 5 years to come, like, it's going to be so hard for me to stay motivated to do it for all of that time when I'm not really achieving anything more, right? So yeah, I don't know. You can unlock 1,235 more box space with the stones. They should let me donate it to you. No, do not. I don't want it. I don't want it, because the more box space I have, the longer I have to link level before I'm done. I want my box space to be full. I want every single player's box space to be completely full. That's the game for me. I don't want any more box space. I want them to start taking away box space. Remove box space. We want less box space overall. Now, I think it would be the most fair for the power level system if every single player had the exact same cap, the exact same limit to the box space that they have, right? I don't want there to be differences in that stuff amongst the player base, but, like, I also don't want there to be more, ever, for anyone. Including myself, especially myself. But it's just an unfortunate reality that, like, I have to buy the box space when it comes out, right? I have to. All that would happen, like, all that it would do for me if you gave me your excess box space is that I would be able to relax on purchasing box space with peel-off trove packs, so you would never see me summon again. Because I would know at that point that I have more box space available to me than any other players, and then that means I have a higher pinnacle power level that I can reach. So I wouldn't have to worry about that. But that doesn't change the situation of the speed I have to go in order to catch up to the #1 players if they're gifted extra box space as well, right? So, yeah, that's that. Okay. What are we doing now? We finished all of those units. Let's go ahead and do Jiren. Yeah, cool. So you got this story event here for Jiren. Looks like that's all that's going to be available to us in here. Okay. I wonder how many stages this is. It doesn't have the little, like, graph rubric thing. We do have an effect boost for crossover. Oh, wait. I need to not destroy that team. 1 second. We'll just do this one. We don't have a lot of LRs, do we? Yeah, there's only 3 here that we can use. Oh, yeah, we'll put him on the team. Then we can do that. Sure. Okay, yeah, only 3 LRs is a little bit wonky. But we did just awaken those units, right? So, are we filtered by acquired? We are. Oh. It's because I didn't put them on the team building tag yet. Hold on. Let's do that real quick. Team building, he is also 160 lead. Oh, I thought it was on God Vegeta. Okay. There we go. Add to those. There we go. Alright, and then cool. While we are grinding for Jiren, we can probably get our first couple copies of, or first couple links popped on these guys as well. Okay, who else do we even use? I guess it really doesn't matter at this point, does it? We have some wait. We have more characters with Xeno in the name. Does he have Xeno in the name? No. LRs, they probably don't. Yeah, okay. So, if we manage to get, you know, the Universe Tree Goku on like, the first turn with the Xeno Trunks, then we'll get the turn 1 active. But he's the only unit on the team that can proc it, right? Oh, it's a Hybrid Saiyan enemy, so we're gonna get the giant form available. I see, I see. Yeah, that's gonna be happening a lot. Luckily, it doesn't take that much time, but that's gonna proc on auto a bunch, right? Don't really have a choice, because I want to be able to use the LR for the extra drop rate bonus, but... I almost wonder if it will be quicker for us to not use... In fact, something I should do is I should take Mira and Toa off. Yeah, Hachiak is going to be causing a bit of issues here. Hachiak is going to be causing issues because if I do end up with rotations where I could have gotten the turn 1 active with, you know, with the Xeno Trunks. Wait, hold on a second. I hate that the little graph isn't there because it's not telling me what stage I actually earned Jiren from, so I'm wasting my support memories. Let's take those off for now, until we know. But yeah, this would be a perfect example. Like, instead of God Vegeta being there on turn 1, if it was, the Universe Tree Goku, then we wouldn't get the Universe Tree active skill, because we'd first launch the active skill to, for Hachiak. Oh, wait, duh. We're not going to be fighting Trunks every single time. That was only on that first stage. Okay. So we're going to have to actually see what the farm stage looks like for, whichever one of these drops Jiren, right? We'll see who we're fighting. I mean, I guess I assume we're going to be fighting Jiren, so it probably won't be a problem. But we'll see, Alright, there we go. First link. First link, baby! And then we're going to have a secondary stage to grind his medal. Looks like he needs 20 medals to Dokkan Awaken. Standard stuff. It's always either like 10 or 20, right? Alright, we are getting more power level for doing these stages. That's one thing I really love about the power level bonus thing, where you can, like, see it on the home screen at the top there. Is that, like, I often forget that I'm earning power level, even though it's, like, little increments from doing different things in-game. It's just nice to get that reminder and have that visual, you know, count up there that it's happening. Kinda cool, kinda cool. Like, same thing happens when I am doing hidden potential for a character, and then I go back out, and I'm like, oh yeah, I got power level from that. That's cool, right? And one cool one is when I'm Dokkan Awakening characters, too. Like, the main one is Epic Showdown Goku, right? Yeah, exactly. The truth level stimulation. Yeah, it does lots for me, trust me. Does a lot for me. But yeah, so like, whenever I'm link leveling Epic Showdown Goku's, and then he gets to a point where I have to awaken him to his next, like, form, then I get power level for doing that every time, so I always get to see those proc through. It's kind of a good dopamine hit. Alright, well, so far we're just getting a bunch of free Dragon Stones, I guess. These are all a bunch of nothing stages that are just dropping nothing. I kind of hate when they do this. I simultaneously hate it, but I also don't mind it, because like I said, it is free Dragon Stones. But, like, there's really no point in these stages being here. You might as well just have the two stages. One for Jiren, one for the card to drop, and one for the Awakening Medal to drop, right? There's really no point in having all these extra stages here. A little weird. Yeah, definitely, Jacksons. It's pretty cool that they are doing a crossover campaign here, right? XENOVERSE is quite awesome, but I am still sitting here coping that it means something more for, like, heroes, right? More so than just, oh, we got multiple phases here now, what the heck? Okay. Hoping it means something for Heroes Return, right? Not just, XENOVERSE itself. Just a hope, just a hope. The lag is so real. If we are going to jump into challenge content at any point, I am probably going to need to reset my device first, because selecting orbs is a painstaking process at the moment. Alright, what do we got? Oh, okay, so we're getting both from this same thing. And then as far as missions, it's just complete Jiren and we'll be done. Okay, cool. Alright, and we are fighting Jiren. Oh man, look at that sprite. That's pretty neat. Oh, dude, I can't wait to see what that looks like on our side of the screen. That's gonna be kind of cool. Yeah, absolute aura, right? Okay, so I think what we're going to do after this run right here, we're going to leave the LRs on. And then, aside from the LRs, any unit that doesn't have Xeno in the name is going to come off. Which, actually, I think means just Mira and Toa. And then we'll replace Mira and Toa with a TUR that has, what's it called? Xeno in the name. So we can proc the turn 1 active with Universe Tree Goku a little easier. That is going to be the idea there. Okay, so let's do this. Xeno. And who do we want to add? Let's go Pan. Sure. No one else has an active or anything, so this should be fine. Okay, so now we have 2 units with Xeno in the name. We're still optimizing the drop rate here. And then we also have 2 units with Xeno in the name to help optimize for speed, if we're able to get that working out. Oh, and look at this. Beautiful. Absolutely perfect turn 1. So we have both of our Xeno units there. We're going to launch our turn 1 active and be done with it. There we go. Kimbo Jackson, you like the new point system on the web store. The 30 keys are nice. Yes, I was freaking out about that a little bit myself. I think that's very, very cool. I plan to make a video about that so that people know. The web store is stepping it up. That is definitely some worthwhile rewards, right? Just getting those added in is awesome. The link level orbs are very nice too. Those are both definitely resources that I like to hoard in bulk, so bring them on, you know? The more the merrier. That is a very, very big bonus for the web store. If it wasn't a good enough deal already, right? Now it's just even better, so. Are you instantly farming his SSR, or you won't do it with him? No, I'm not gonna farm his SSR. Cause, well, okay, let me look at it. Hold on. Let's look at his SSR. Because the thing is, the crossover category isn't good right now, right? Let's toggle over here. So, the crossover category isn't good. So, like, with the Cyberman team, you wanted the SSR of the STR Cyberman because he was one of the better units on that team, right? So, let's see. He's got 150% stats in base. Per crossover category ally on the team, he's getting still the same key for, only up to 200% stats. There's no damage reduction now. And then 120 attack when attacking, 120 defense when defending. And then when all allies are crossover in the turn, then he guards. He still does have guard and the guaranteed additional, and he is still greatly raising attack. I mean, he is missing, like, large percentages when it comes to the defense and stuff, so I don't know that that's going to be too good. Probably not. Yeah, I don't think that this is going to be better than just using, like, an old dodge unit, right? As far as whatever's available on the crossover category. Because what do we have here? Yeah, like, for instance, using this guy, right? This unit right here is definitely going to be better than the SSR for Jiren. Like, hands down, right? So there's probably going to be some better options that we can bring in. And honestly, I'm a fan of Pan. Just because she's got the dodging going on and stuff. I've honestly, for the longest time, been a fan of this unit, too. The Baby Janemba, because he's got the dodging going on and stuff. Yeah, as far as collection is concerned, I do not collect SSRs of copies of characters anymore. I need to make sure to save my box space from now on to link level more power level hungry units. So, yeah, I will not be collecting the SSR of Jiren. No way, Jose. If he was better, or if it looked like he had some more utility, maybe, but it doesn't look like it, so I'm probably going to skip out on that one. Alright, so I'm getting a little bit concerned. I saw that the drop rate there was, like, this same stage drops both cards and medals. We're now 3 or 4 runs in, and I don't think I've seen a medal yet. So, I'm a little bit worried about the fact that we're going to have to grind this event a ton of times, not only to get the 14 copies, but then beyond that to get the 20 medals we need to Dokkan Awaken him. It's going to be a little awkward. Medal is on lower difficulty. Takes like 3 attempts. Oh, got it. That makes sense. I should have thought of that. Okay, we're at 10 out of 14. Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of curious who else on this crossover category is going to be good enough, right? Because the thing is, like, we had units like, here. Some of these heroes units were quite insane, right? Like, obviously, Limit Breaker Vegito. Where is he at? Right here. Limit Breaker Vegito. This guy is kind of crazy, right? Like, he was, but I feel like he would just get demolished now. I don't really know. So I don't know if we can depend on, like, the Super Saiyan 4 strat to add into this team build, like we would have been able to before, right? Because, like, we had the really powerful tank of the Super Saiyan 4 Gohan here, but he needs other Giant 8 powers with him. And then we had, like, the physical Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. Where's he at? Right here. That guy was pretty good once upon a time, and I guess he can still counter super attacks, which is cool, but yeah, I don't know that that's going to be, like, a really go-to option for anything. You said 4-turn mission you did with GT Heroes. 4-turn mission for what? For Seriously Serious All Out Battle? Or what event are you doing? In 6 Fizz units? Oh, probably Seriously Serious, because I assume you're fighting, Supervillain Vegeta on Seriously Serious, and then you have to do it with 6 phys units. Yeah, physical units. What category even? I mean, I guess, obviously, the most go-to unit would be the Majin Vegeta team. That's probably the best idea to go with. I'm not going to be able to do that because I don't have them. So, I'll have to figure something else out. Maybe Omega? I don't know how many good units are on that team, though. That are just, like, physical, right? Because you're not going to be able to run any of the other Omega or Sins. You don't have Majin Vegeta or UI. Well, UI Goku was never going to be the answer. You can't build a full physical Realm of Gods team with, like, all serious units. Ah, there you go. Raditz. Raditz. That's a good shout. That's going to be my lead, too. It'll be Raditz. And then we'll just have to go in with Pure Saiyans. Which is cool, because I'll be able to use UI on that team. So that's good. Yeah. A little bit of a bummer they didn't just drop a physical unit. Either one of the banner units could have been physical, and then they would have been helpful, potentially, right? So that's a little bit scummy of them, but is what it is. But yeah, once we finish all the farming, I'll have to decide where we go next. I do maybe want to do Seriously Serious. That probably is a good idea. I also want to record a video for the web store. So the fact that I am going to pick up those ticket packs, I should probably do that on stream. So that we can do the rest of the summons here on stream too. And then I can like stitch it all together in a video format, right? Because I already planned to upload the summons that we did earlier, but I also need to add the second portion of summons in, see if anything else can happen. Alright, we're getting there. Hopefully this will be the last run for copies of the card. Let's quickly take a look at what this event even does. The, Seriously Serious event. Okay, so the Seriously Serious event, it's 2 phases. Okay, interesting. That's, pretty unique, honestly. No copies of Jiren on that run, by the way. How's it going, Brent Edwards? How you doing? Okay, so it is nice that he has the, scripted supers here. He gains some attack with each attack received. 4 million's not, like, too insane. For a crossover team, that's probably a lot to handle, though. Okay, so he's got a slot 1 super that's going to be happening. Oh. All of his supers are just going to be slot 0 the whole time. Maybe we would want to use, like, physical Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, because he can counter. And we might have to just roll the luck with countering, because he doesn't have a ton of HP. We're going to be able to take him down in a reasonable amount of turns. Interesting, interesting. Oh, and he does crit on the second phase, too. Yeah, you're right, you're right. So yeah, honestly, dodging, countering is going to be the way. You're not going to want to get hit by that, which makes sense, the shout about how you said the 4-turn clear was the GT Heroes team, because you probably were just countering super attacks in slot 0 the whole time. Makes sense. Man. Farming takes so much longer when you do it on stream. Hurry up already. I want to be done with this. Want to get onto the gameplay, but I need the units first, obviously, right? One more. Oh. Okay, we're probably going to need to do another one. I don't think I think I still needed, like, 2 more. Or, like, now I still need 2 more. I'm not exactly sure. Let's see. Oh, that was the last copy. Okay, okay. Cool. And then now we need these. Oh, duh. Almost made that mistake. Oh, that was actually a good shout to check the missions, because I might have gotten one there. I did. Whoops. So I guess I overfarmed him. I didn't even need to do that last run. Totally fine, though. No big deal. Is there any medals in the missions? Any awakening medals? No? Okay. What's the one more? Oh, wait. Oh. Whoops. Whoops. I guess I'm getting a bunch of extra copies of him. Well, whatever. Is what it is. Probably should have looked at those in a little more detail first. I'm just so used to the old days where I'd need to farm so many copies of the card anyway. Because right now, he has... I would literally farm up 10 for the Unawakened SSR, 14 more, putting us at 24 for the SSR, then 14 more for the TUR, putting us at 38 copies, and then 19 more for the EZA copy. So, that would be a lot, right? I don't even feel like doing the math. 38 plus 19, whatever that is. Like 60-something? 50-something? Yeah. So, the fact that I usually used to need so many copies of these cards right away, I just didn't even bother with it. Didn't even bother checking. I just went in and started running. Okay, how many is that? 16 already. Perfect. One more run, we should be done. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alright, and then we just have to build Jiren, and we can go from there. We've got all the rest of the units built already, ready to go. So it'll just be a matter of figuring out what those extra units are to go on the crossover team for when we take down the 6 crossover seriously serious fight here. Am I watching The Boys or Invincible? Neither. Right now. I don't currently have access to an Amazon Prime Instant Watch, so don't have access to either of those programs. I have seen the first season of Invincible, though. When it was brand new, I did watch the first season of Invincible, and I've heard stuff about The Boys. I do like superhero content, and I also like very grungy, dark drama TV, so I'm sure that I would absolutely love The Boys. And it's really funny to make a comparison between those two, because Invincible is basically like animated The Boys, right? I did like Invincible a lot. I would definitely watch the rest of it. Alright, so let's go ahead and put Jiren together here. Doodly-doo-doo-doo. Alright, cool, cool. I suppose it is a bit nice that they gave out copies of him in the missions, right? Just makes things easier to grind. That's definitely what the player base likes, right? People hate grinding stuff. So it's kind of cool that we got the extra copies that way. I am definitely always more the type of player that just starts moving so quickly when I'm grinding and farming things that I'm not even checking things like that prior to starting, so. Okay, so yeah, I'm thinking, here's the thing about Jiren, right? He has, first of all, he's not raising defense on super attack. We gotta mention that right here. He is only raising attack on super. I hate when they make free-to-play units that are meant to deal damage. They should be support units that have defensive capabilities. That's the better way that they work out in-game, right? You don't want some glass cannon unit, because, like, if he isn't good enough defensively, we could be in real trouble. That being said, he is not going to need additionals to help him with defense, because he doesn't get anything from the super attack effect, right? So, he also doesn't get anything per attack performed. Well, okay, it's some crossover support, so technically he can give himself up to 55% support, which is not the worst. And he's got, what, one guaranteed additional? Or one additional in his passive that will have, if the conditions proc for it. So yeah, the real question is, do we go dodge or do we go additional? And I think, honestly, we're probably going to go dodge. Just so that we have one more unit that is, like, pretty powerful, that we can depend on in, like, the rough, like, pinnacle content, right? So, yeah, we'll go full dodge build for Jiren this time. I'm sure that that's an absolute shocker to some of you. For my members, if Zakaten, if you're still here, dodge emotes in the chat for the full dodge build that we're about to put together. And actually, because he has the big stacking multiplicative defense and stuff, I think I'm not going to give him the recovery boost. We'll actually give him the type defense boost. Oftentimes, I do lean on the recovery boost instead. You saw Truth using only Z swords or shells to level characters to save up all other items because they are harder to get. What are your thoughts on it? He is a collector, right? He collects anything and everything that he can possibly collect in the entire game. So obviously that's going to include, like, training items and stuff. I don't collect training items, because I was going through earning the one in every slot for all the characters, and I did the whole free-to-play part of the game twice over, which essentially was me farming the entire game free-to-play. I say twice over because I had to redo a bunch of it from the reverse update, but I actually did the whole free-to-play game, like, 7 times or something like that. Just an insane amount of times with all of the different iterations of every character available. And I don't think it was quite that many, but, like, maybe 5. And in doing that, I've just had to train and awaken so many units, so many thousands of units over time. It would have driven me insane. It would have taken so many hours longer to do all of that, if I was, you know, trying to handpick and be selective about what training items I was actually using. So I've never cared about that. And now that I'm at the point of not collecting medals super hard, and like over-grinding Dokkan events, I'm not over-grinding easy A stages, and I'm just focused on link leveling as much as I can, as quick as I can, I don't have any interest in, like, gaining some little random resource like training items. Those, in my opinion, are just meant to be used. I don't even make sure to, like, save candy canes or anything, or, like, the PyCon hats. I just let it fly. Whatever it is what it is. Okay, so we've got all the characters now. Oh, wow, a lot more of the panel missions done. Cool. We've got a lot of these stones now, huh? 5 of them? Wow. Okay. Z battles and dailies. Sounds good. Not going to be able to take care of those right now anyway, because we've already done our dailies for the day. And we'll take some extra Jiren copies that we're not going to be able to do anything with. Okay. Let's see what we got here. So first mission is clear it to get the 7 tickets. Then we've got the 4 turn clear, the rainbow team, and then the 6 physical types. Okay, let's try, let's also see what missions are on here. I assume there's a crossover. Let's see, I still have 1 mission from the last one that I didn't complete either. The Saiyan Saga one that needs to be done on the previous stage, right? Okay, 6 time travelers. That's definitely not as bad, right? That's certainly going to be possible for us to do. Okay, let's try the, I guess, rainbow team. Let's just do, like, rainbow GT heroes for the first bit. See if we can make this happen. Yeah, the crossover one's going to be the red zone. That makes sense. Okay, so int, physical, tech, STR, and then we have AGL. It is an AGL type event, or it is an STR type event, so we need to be fighting it with AGL characters, would be the most reasonable thing to do. We should probably go for him, because he's got all the dodge, so he can be slot 1 for us. Maybe this will work. Maybe. Potentially. I don't actually know. Oh, good shout. Thank you, friend lead. I should be using him as the leader, just because he has a higher leader skill. And then I think I want to use AGLG4 for my friend lead. The thing is, though, this event doesn't have a Ki Blast Super, right? Oh, it has a Ki Blast Super on the first phase, and then no Ki Blast Super on the second phase. Okay. Then I feel confident in this. Let's go ahead and try it. Ooh. Do we take damage here on the map so that we can just immediately transform? I think that's probably the play, right? Let's do that. I think if we're down to 50, that's enough, right? Pretty sure? I actually don't remember fully. If that's not enough, then that's a big blunder. And I took all that damage for no reason, right? Might end up leading to a reset. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, it was enough. Perfect. So we'll go ahead and transform right away. Get some free damage in here. And then that should help us moving forward in the fight too, because we're going to be able to already start stacking him, right, on this first phase. Should be nice. And then we can make sure to put in well, I guess the friend AGLG4. I'm just assuming his is going to be stronger, but whichever one's stronger between the two, because I don't think the friend was actually rainbowed. Oh, my music paused again. There we go. But yeah, we'll put whichever one is the stronger of the two, we'll put them in slot 1 after we de-transform out of here, out of the giant ape form, and then he can take a hit in slot 1. That way we'll have his active skill up when he comes back. We should be in business. And honestly, with 3 AGL units on this first rotation here, I'm assuming we're going to clear this first stage in one turn here. First phase, anyway, in 1 turn. So we're just going to have to try and survive that second phase for 1 turn, which shouldn't be too hard to do because we're going to have the physical fours out, and they've got all that damage reduction for us. And then when we come back, we'll have the AGLG4 active skill turn. So we should be pretty solid all around, I think. We didn't reset the app yet. So we still have a lot of lag when selecting orbs. I guess it's fine. Alright, and he has taken the 3 hits now, so he gets the extra guaranteed additional super attack. In fact, he's going to do a lot of attacks. He'll probably solo this, no? Because he has the entrance animation that allows him to get an additional super attack, which is alive right now. And then he also gets an extra additional super attack when you've taken 3 or more hits in battle. So we have both of those up right now. Plus 1 more additional that's just in his kit for free. So I'm pretty sure he can do like 5 attacks right now, if we include the hidden potential. Definitely a lot from him. Not bad. Yeah, that was a lot of damage there. So we're definitely one-turning this. Definitely one-turning this. Alright, so we do have a couple of options of who we can put in slot 1. Kind of all 3 of our units on the next rotation are viable to go there, right? Maybe we go for the int 4s, because he is going to be orb changing, so we'll get the physical, or the rainbow orbs for him. Shouldn't be too hard to do on his first appearance. Maybe we'll put him in slot 1. Should be okay. What do you mean, maybe I'm going to do it in 4 turns? That was 1 turn right there, and then now we're on the last phase. Surely we got this. 4 turns should be a cakewalk. Should be an absolute cakewalk. Okay, so the only thing I will say about this, we are definitely going to float Pan. Now, she could be a slot 1 option for us, but we're going to float her because we want to make sure that both of these units are back around on turn 4 so that they both have their active skills to be able to use, right? That is going to be kind of a huge point on that final turn. To make sure that we can clear it in 4 turns, we'll have the double active skill turn. Should be really, really good for us, right? And then we're also going to have AGLG4 on that rotation, so I highly doubt that we're gonna fail this thing, right? Yeah, there we go. We're perfectly fine. This is definitely not going to be hard with this team at all. This is going to be easy peasy. Now, this is going to be a pretty low damaging rotation, because obviously the Int 4s are a stacking unit, so they don't really do much on their first appearance, damage-wise. And then the same is going to be true for the physical 4s. A stacking unit that isn't super strong on their first appearance, they're going to do a million super attacks here, so we have to wait through all of that. But they also have type disadvantage, so hopefully we got enough rainbow orbs. Hopefully that 4 rainbow orbs we got was enough to build up their crit chance to actually do some real damage here, right? But the next turn is going to be a really, really high damaging turn, and then the turn after that is going to be even more powerful, right? So, I think we're on track to do this in 4 turns. If we got really lucky or really, really good RNG or something, maybe we would end up doing it in 3 turns, but it's looking right now more likely that we're going to do it in 4. The other thing that I just thought about, which was like a little silly by me, is that we just went for a straight-up GT Heroes team, when I could have actually put other units on the leader skill, like Daimaforku, for instance, would have been an option, potentially. Like, if I had taken off Pan and put on Daimaforku, then I could have actually used a Daimaforku friend lead as well, because everybody's on Battle of Fate, so there were certainly a lot of options here, and if this strategy ends up not working out for some reason, then we can make that adjustment, because having Daimaforku himself is going to be huge, right? Especially if we can get him out on turn 4, and have another turn 4 active that will be able to proc there. That'll be really big for us. Okay, so this guy is getting a lot more attack, though. We didn't really take any damage early on. He's only got 1.98 million damage from that slot 0 super, but then he's getting up to 50% attack with each attack received, which he's maxed out at this point, and then 5% attack with each attack performed, up to 60%. So he would need to perform, what is that, 12 attacks? So he's halfway built up on that. So he's still going to be getting a little bit stronger this turn, beyond what we've already seen. Okay. So we have AGL G4. Let's see. Yeah, that's the damage we were expecting to see there. Now, here's the problem. Both of my AGL units will probably not be wise to put in slot 1. Just because this guy, I mean, he's got 60% DR, but I don't know if he has enough defense to tank, because the Vegeta did just get stronger. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and counter that shit. So let's put STR Goku in slot 1, and then if we get hit, we're going to have to reset and try again, and if we manage to counter it, then we win. It is absolutely going to be over right here, right? So, let's see. Let's see. And counter? We did not counter that. That is a bit awkward. Okay. Had a 50% chance. It didn't happen. Yeah, sayonara. Especially with the guaranteed crit in there, I think it was really, really important to make sure we didn't get hit by that, right? That would be probably the benefit to having, to not transforming early with, you know, with the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, because then he potentially would have been an even better chance to just straight up dodge in slot 1, right? So maybe that would be a better situation to go for. What does our second turn rotations look like? Okay. It's not looking quite as solid as it was last time. Okay. Who's slot 7? Okay, he should be able to slot 1 super tank on the beginning of that second phase. So now I'm not too worried about transforming right away, because we know we're going to have an answer for slot 1 on turn 3. Which is definitely needed. So let's go ahead and get that Great Ape transformation going right away again. Alright, cool. Here we go. What is that supposed to mean, Cozy? No way, bro. I don't need no kind of luck. It's all skill over here. All skill over here. I suppose I was going to need a little bit of luck to get through this one, because I did have to get a counter that we ended up failing, right? So, Is what it is. Is what it is. Okay. More Pan's tears. You love to see it. I cannot wait until they add a feature that allows us to skip those giant transformation, or like mid-turn, like transformation, you know, animation sequences. Will be nice. Will be nice. Alright, dude, the orb selection lag is so bad now. Like, look at this. I'm not even, like... I lift my finger up so far before, or so long before it actually plays the animation. This is like the pinnacle of too lazy to app reset, right? All good, no worries. Nah. You died with Tech Pan trying the 4-turn? How did that happen? Tech Pan never fails the dodge. She's the GOAT when it comes to that. Ah, slot 1, I see. Yeah, see, I kind of thought about doing that same thing last time, but I don't think it would have been worth it. Hopefully we're just going to be able to tank this, this super that happens next time. I'll be a little bit impressed with this boss if he is able to take out the Int 4s after they get their orb selection and everything. So, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, one slight hiccup in the plan. We didn't finish the first phase in one turn. Yet. But the thing is, like, these guys are doing no damage because there was no orbs to select with them. And they only got one rainbow orb, so they barely have any crit chance either. But we're gonna need to see a couple more crits from them if we are gonna finish this in one turn. We didn't. Okay. That's a little annoying. So... basically, we're going to have to depend on this rotation. Like the... oh, man. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit fugly. Not going to lie, not going to lie. Don't like that very much. At least we're going to be able to have both of our AGL-G4 actives now. And that is good news. That is good news. Alright, let's get some healing in here before we go to the next phase, because we are going to be tanking some attacks moving forward. But yeah, this is definitely good that both of the AGL-G4s have gotten to take some hits now. Alright, and the counter comes in. That should finish it off. Unlucky we weren't able to get one of those on the first turn. Still should not have too much of a problem finishing this fight off in the 4 turns. I don't think so. I don't think so. Because we've got the active to use here. Unfortunately, we're not going to get the Int 4s to be able to use their active because they started in slot 7. So that was kind of always true, right? Maybe we just straight up switch to Goku, though, and dodge in slot 1. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. That's a good idea. So we'll swap to him so we can get the orb changing. And then we don't have an active skill, unfortunately, but we can grab all these orbs still to get his full passive up and then do a ton of damage with him, potentially. And let's see what our rotations look like. Oh, yeah, we got 7 out of 7, baby. On all 3. Oh, and then he just doesn't have PFB. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Let's grab these orbs here. There we go. Oh, we didn't dodge. We gotta dodge this one. Please dodge it. Yes! Okay. We dodged the We dodged the attack that mattered. Yeah, I know, the orb lag is so bad, huh? I just haven't app reset. I just haven't bothered to. It's fine. We're making do. We're making do. Yeah, it should be an easy win this time. I'm not too worried about it. We got just way too much damage coming in, right? Especially with the support and stuff. It's probably GG's right here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, and we were that close to being able to get this done on that first run, right? It was just a little bit unfortunate that we didn't end up countering that super, so. Yeah, there we go. Even taking that extra turn on the first phase, we still won in 3 turns, so. Easy peasy. That is, you know, not even close to being the hardest Seriously Serious that has been released ever, right? Definitely been much harder ones in the past. But, alright, there we go. So that's lots of the missions done. Alright, we will take those. Oh, and these are for Vegeta, right? We might as well put these on him right away. Okay, so what else do we got? We have to finish this with 6 time travelers, right? Okay, so maybe we gotta take a look and see what the time traveler team looks like now. First things first, though. I do want to... Let's do this. Oh, yeah, we've got that up. That's why. Okay. This guy is on Time Travelers, right? Yeah, he is. Okay, that's huge. That's huge. Okay, Time Travelers. Here we go. And then here is all of our options. Oh, well. Easy peasy. I mean, here's the thing. We do want crossover characters, so we're going to bring both of the new crossover characters. And then we'll bring Daima 4. We can bring him. And who's the last one we want to bring? Probably Rose, because we can do a rotation of Rose and the Blue Boys, and then we'll have their passives both activated fully. That's probably the play. We do also have scripted super attacks, so like we don't need to be too scared of units being able to take damage and stuff. As long as we have enough units for slot 1, then we can kind of just bring damage dealers, right? And it should be fine. I'm thinking. That's probably true. Okay, let's just bring Rose. There's probably a better option out there, but it's fine. We'll just do it like this. And then, oh god, no. Can we please get a... Oh, wait. I'm silly. I'm really silly. I didn't think about the fact that he has a leader skill that we have to obey. Crossover or Vegeta's family. Okay, hold on. So, let's do Vegeta's family time travelers. See what units are available here. Oh gosh. Yeah, it's not that incredible, is it? Okay, maybe we should switch up the leader skill here. That's probably the idea. Maybe we should do, like, Daima Battle of Fate Goku's family instead. Is this guy on, like, Battle of Fate, at least? No, he's not. So yeah, if we want to use him, we're not going to be able to use him on this team build. Maybe, I don't even know what the right answer is, to be honest with you. Just depending what these units are on and stuff. Because I do want to try out the Vegeta, right? And I feel like it could work. Okay, we know he's on Vegeta's family is the thing. So he'll still be able to be on the team. And then I guess we can do, like, them. Okay, what's the other part of it? We've got time travelers and crossover. The thing is, I already have all the good crossover characters on the team, right? There's not really too many other good options to, like, pick from on crossover right now. Until some of these older units easy A, which they're probably going to, because we have that silver stone in the shop. Man. What about, like, Dark King Demigra? Doesn't he have some... when there's another crossover or demonic power ally attacking in the same turn, he gets the extra 20% damage reduction, and then when all allies in the turn are extreme class, he has another 20% DR. He's, like, greatly raising attack. Huh. Maybe he'll be okay. We could also bring this guy. Mechikabura here. Could be good. I guess. Let's just bring Mechikabura, sure. Because again, he doesn't have to be the slot 1, right? Ideally, what I'm hoping for is that God Vegeta can be the slot 1. If he can be the slot 1, all of these other units can survive, right? Shouldn't be a problem. Alright, let's see, let's see. Okay, the orb lag is the orb lag is officially getting too bad now. Hold on, let me do an app reset. One sec. This is getting pretty bad. Wow, I had so many apps open. Oh my goodness. Okay, they're all closed now. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry about that. Just absolutely wrecked myself with that sneeze. Holy moly. Thank you, Cozy. Appreciate the bless. Okay, here we go. Now we've got a real speed device. Real speed gaming. Alright. Here we go. Oh, it's so much better. There we go, there we go. Alright, let's test this out. Oh! Okay. Alright. Alright. Bro sucks, or what? Bro's trash? Okay, hold on. When there is another crossover or Realm of Gods category ally on the team, we had that. So we had his entrance animation up, which gave him 30% damage reduction. Then, 30% damage reduction from basic effects. Ah, we needed the full crossover rotation for him to be a 90% tank. Do we think the 90% would have been enough? Probably, right? Alright, well, that being considered, we are going to need to do a full crossover team for this guy to work as our slot 1. We literally can't have either of those units here. Oh yeah, Jiren! Oh, but he's not on Time Travelers. He is. And crossover. Why did he not show up? It's because I didn't put him on the tag. Dang it. Okay. Well, it's a good thing we app reset. Duh. I completely forgot about this. Okay. There we go. So now he should be there, and we'll go filter by Time Travelers again. Crossover and Time Travelers. Okay, so we're going to add Jiren. Duh. That was one of the units we needed to add in, and then now we have to add one more. But the question is who? I'm torn between, like, Dark King Demigra or going for, like, a dodge unit, potentially, right? Let's do this. Should be fine. Okay. Oh, wait, the last thing I want to do before we actually go in, I need to put his equips on him. Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah, and the update isn't live, by the way, because the equips don't have the different, like, view to them, right? Like, the different symbols on them and stuff aren't here, so obviously the update didn't go live for this version of the game. I thought I saw that he had a defense one, no? I guess it was attack, huh? Okay. Well, I'm probably going to end up giving him God equips. I just haven't decided exactly what I want to give him yet, so not going to pull the trigger on that quite yet. I think we're going to need to see how the future of that team works out throughout the celebration, and then eventually I'll put the God equips on him. Just because I don't know if he's going to end up being someone that's a staple leader that we're using all the time, who is potentially being, you know, thrown into slot 1 to tank all the time, or if he's going to find more of a relevant meta sliding in as a last option on some other teams, and then he's going to be like a slot 3 floating unit that we just kind of use passively here and there. Those might change the way that I decide to equip him, right? So, alright, let's try this. Let's try this. Okay, now we can do the official test and see if he can tank in slot 1. He's got 90% damage reduction up here, so we should be good here, but there's really no telling until it happens. I mean, we survived, so I think we're gonna be okay. It's just a matter of surviving the second phase too, because he does have all that attack buildup, and it's not like we're gonna be able to one-turn these phases quite as easily with this team build that I've got. Definitely not as much attack output on this team, right? So we are gonna have to survive a couple of turn ones on that next phase. I assume we are going to have to survive him fully built up with the extra 110% attack output. Oh, but the other thing I'm realizing is that even with his 110% attack output that's added onto his kit, fully built up, he still doesn't have as much damage as he does on this first phase. But then he also has the crit, which is going to ignore your defense. So it doesn't need to be as high to be more threatening. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But the thing is, like, our defense is only so much of a factor, right? Like, our damage reduction is so high that, well, but here's the other thing. 30% of our damage reduction is going to roll off after 3 turns. So I don't know that we're going to be able to depend on this guy in slot 1 for much longer, right? Probably not. I have a feeling that on the second turn of the final phase, we're just going to get clapped in slot 1, right? It's going to be pretty bad for us. Was that also us taking a bunch of damage there? We did take a little bit. Obviously, this guy has 50% attack up now from taking some hits, so he is a little stronger. So yeah, it honestly is not looking like this is the Time Traveler team to do this. We're probably going to have to get cheeky with it and use, like, Daima Goku. Daima 4. I wanted to give it a shot here, right? Because Time Travelers, you know, obviously we have a new leader that's available to use for in that category space. And I just pulled all these units, but yeah. Yeah, like Future Saga probably can do perfectly fine here, right? Which actually, yeah, that's probably even better than Daima Forku. Because then you can have 2 of the blue boys on either side and then just dodge all the slot 1 attacks, right? And from there it should be a free win. Oh my. Yeah, bro does not have it. Yeah, alright, let's go ahead and switch up the build. This team is definitely not it. We're gonna go ahead and go with a Future Saga build. So, Time Travelers and Future Saga. And then we can make him the lead, put him on the team, put them on the team, throw him on there. Who else do we even want? Him. And then, like... maybe him. He's not bad, right? This will probably work. Alright, let's try it. Okay, because it's turn 1 and he's not built up yet, I think we can trust Vegeta and Trunks to be in the first slot here, so they can get their full passive up, take some extra hits on this turn since there's more attacks for them to take there. So that'll work out for them. And then on the next rotation coming back, I'll probably put the Blue Boys in slot 1 to dodge, because he'll be more built up at that point, right? But I mean, Vegeta and Trunks also will be. Yeah, no, because they weren't taking anything close to double digits there. I feel not super confident with their ability to slot 1 next turn, right? Probably not, probably not. Alright, I think after we get this clear, we're going to pause on content, and I'm going to make the video for the web store update. I think I definitely want to make that video. That is such a awesome little surprise that I would need the community to know about immediately, right? You said, what an unfortunate Easy A they had? Who, Vegeta and Trunks? I actually like the Easy A. I don't think it's bad. I think it's cool. I think it's a cool concept, the idea of, like, the permanent, stacking buff. Like, permanent stacking passive support, but it's from your super attack effect. I think that's pretty cool. Obviously, there's a couple of other units that do that kind of thing at this point, but they were the first, so, don't hate them for that. I don't know. Honestly, they haven't been a problem for me. As much as I've heard some other people complain about them, so I don't really have an issue. Alright, this should be another solid turn as long as we can get the dodge off right here. Then we're good. Oh. Alright. Failed to 80%. Time to hop back in. That's fun. Yay. Hence why I didn't bother depending on him in slot 1 on the first turn. Oh, man. Big unfortunate, right? Holy moly. Okay, let's see if we can... Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal right now. I'm a little bit scared about keeping this rotation up. Right? With Rosé here. We had a lot of damage reduction and stuff up there. I'm pretty sure we're going to need this guy to just dodge for us. We're just going to be in a situation here where we have to dodge or we die, right? Because he would have had his full passive up too, which means that he would have had 80% damage reduction with his dodge, and he still got completely clobbered, so I highly doubt that Rosé with an equivalent defense number is going to be able to do anything, right? Probably not. The GT Heroes team made this look mighty easy, didn't it? But apparently that's not the case. Apparently it's going to be a little bit more difficult than that to take this thing down. Alright, we're probably just going to make this the last attempt here so that I can record that video because it's also about to be 1 in the morning. And, I don't work tomorrow morning, so I can stay up pretty late, but I do also want to make sure to get the couple of videos that I've recorded in this stream, put together, and, you know, finished up, put out on the channel. The main one of which being the summons, because those videos tend to do better the quicker you put them out. Typically I would have already put that out on the channel, but obviously the stream is in the way of that a little bit. So yeah, I want to, kind of get toward the end of the stream so I can start working on some other side YouTube stuff. That's the really unfortunate thing. Like, I could straight up, if we were like, while we were grinding metals and stuff, I could have just edited the video. It's pretty simple for me to edit videos since I just do like one cut takes and I don't, you know, I don't put like a lot of edits and stuff in there. It's pretty easy for me to do that. So I could do that. But the main problem is making a thumbnail. Because I don't have a thumbnail guy to just be like, hey bro, get me a thumbnail for the summons for this new thing. And then he could just send it to me real quick. I could do the quick little, you know, plug and play of the video file, render it, and then now I have everything I need. And I could just post it on the channel. And you guys can hang out for 2 minutes while I type the title and description of the video. And it's good to go, right? And then I could post it while live streaming, which is what a lot of content creators do. But the main thing is the thumbnail, because I spend a lot of time on my thumbnails to make them look good, and those do require a lot of focus. It would be impossible for me to create a thumbnail in a reasonably short amount of time while paying attention to chat and also playing Dokkan at the same time, and doing something in Dokkan that's like, you know, like camera worthy, as opposed to just like link leveling or something, right? So yeah. With that being the case, I am going to have to end the stream at some point so that I can go ahead and take care of business, right? But, as I said, we do have some more recording to do before I end the stream. So, we'll go ahead and make this the last attempt, and then we'll be done with Seriously Serious. Hopefully we're able to get the win here. Seems like this team is perfectly powerful enough of taking care of the task. It's just going to be a matter of getting a run with enough successful slot 1 dodges in a row that we're able to actually finish the event, right? Because with this first phase being 380 million HP, and it's going to take us 3 turns to finish it, and the second phase being 430 million HP, gonna probably take a little, you know, a few more turns than this, unfortunately. So, we'll see, we'll see. Alright, let's go ahead and keep Vegeta and Trunks on rotation so we can continue to get that super attack stacking effect going from them to help everybody else out. Edmund Games, tuned in starting from the summons. Oh yeah, bro, you are gonna shit yourself. Make sure you have some toilet paper with you for those summons. And finish the events. Everything? All the missions? Everything? That's crazy. You must have got right to it, huh? Wild. Chewy says, don't end the stream until you pass Megate. Yeah, well, do I have some news for you? 1 second. I'm about to absolutely school you right now, Chewy. About to absolutely school you right now. You ready for this? I don't think you're ready, bud. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Come on. Come on. Hurry up, then. Where's it at? Oh, no. I can't find it. Please. Oh, it's right here. Okay. What were you saying, Chewy? What were you saying? About passing... what was that? I guess we can end the stream now. I'm such a goofy goober with it. Okay, turn 4. We're still not done with the first phase. This is absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. The new Vegeta genuinely buns right now. Yeah, we're gonna need some major buffs to this crossover team for him to be any kind of good, right? Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate seeing that situation. Not making me super excited about the idea of buying the rest of that box space out, but gonna do it. Gonna do it. What did you expect me to do, Chewy? What did you expect me to do? Oh my goodness. I can't even imagine. Alright, there we go. So now we're on final phase. So let's go ahead and launch the Vegeta and Trunks active skill. No reason not to get theirs going right now. Though I suppose they are going to be a little bit stronger, with the 5% that keep increasing their power, right? Edmund Games says, I did not pull Toa and Mira, got 1 copy of Vegeta and 3 copies of Trunks. Wow, okay. Chewie says, I thought you were going to pull up the Hidden Potential leaderboard, which is underwhelming because he's not on the page. Oh yeah, no. I had something better. I had something much better. Locked and loaded for that. Hope you appreciated it. We're going to go ahead and harbor this active skill for a little bit because he is going to be giving himself that permanent attack buff every time we attack with him, and we're still going to be in battle for a couple more turns. So we're going to basically try and build up this active skill here to be stronger, and then we can launch it. We'll do that on either side here, right? We're going to be doing the same thing with Rosé, because I'm pretty sure Rosé also is going to be getting an attack buff per turn. Let me look at his super attack effects real quick and remind myself. Yeah, being on top in Dokkan Awakenings is pretty peak, huh? It's going to be so many years before I'm actually first place, though. But that's going to be the easiest first place for me to get. So I'm actually probably never going to get first place in Hidden Potential, just because of how far ahead Luca is and Lotad. They're way too far for me to ever catch up, I think. Unless I were to go the route of just, you know, straight up farming Fashas from the Bardock event over and over and over again. From the, like, Team Bardock free-to-play stages. But I don't foresee myself doing something like that, because I gotta save my box space for better power level units. So, never gonna be at the top of that list. Especially once it eventually comes to the point of me having to get rid of units that I have invested hidden potential into. At that point, then it's gonna be real strugglesome, because I'm actually gonna probably lose spaces on that list, right? Right now, I am, like, a hair away from being able to be, like, 6th on that list. Okay, there we go. Yeah, because I'm only above, Toon and Brother Russia by just a little bit, right? Why Fasha specifically? Because of all 10 of, Bardock, Shugesh, Tora. Holy moly, my brain is mush. Bardock, Shugesh, Tora, Borgos, Fasha, you know, Ginyu, Jace, Birder, Raccoon, and Goldo. Between all 10 of those units, she's the only waifu. It's kind of obvious, right? Wasn't that like... She's the Peppy gal, bro. Let's go. Okay, let me see what Rosé's super attack effects are. Yeah, so he's getting permanent great attack raises. So I think I want to save his active skill for one more round as well. We're going to keep him on rotation here, though. So that on the next turn we can launch both of these. So there we go. We get that 18 key in. That's good. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so then next turn we'll start launching actives, and we should be good. Get your dodge on, brother man. Get your dodge on, brother man. Holy moly. Stop getting hit by those attacks. You may not get touched by this one. Please. Please. Thank you. Oh. Dodge emotes in chat. Dodge emotes in chat. Yes, sir. There we go. Oh my god. No. That makes it sound like we're gonna get hit. We're definitely not receiving dodge nothing. Musica? Hello? There we go. Is this hit? Yeah, it's tech hit. Oh no, I looked away for a second. Where did all my HP go? Did I get hit? I got hit by something. Oh no. Was that me living another super attack after attacking? I wonder. Wild, 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 wild. Okay, let's go ahead and launch some actives. I think we have finally lined it up where these actives are going to work out for, like, doing enough damage to kill between the next 2 turns. Oh, yeah. Maybe we even... Rose got crit. Okay, okay. He got crit super. That makes sense. Okay, well, we just got to survive one more turn here. One more turn, and we'll be alright. Yeah, we've got a lot of defense in that middle slot. We should be okay there. Let's go ahead and select same type orbs with him if we can. We'll do this to get the healing. That should take us back to 100%. Almost. Not quite. But that's still a lot more orbs we're going to be able to get there, too. There we go, there we go. Okay, hopefully that's enough. Hopefully that's enough. I could have been a little more greedy with the orb selections, but I wanted to make sure that Zamasu could get the 24 key, right? Which I guess wasn't super relevant to do anyway. That probably was a misplay. I probably should have just selected all of those int orbs with Vegeta Trunks so that I could get back to 100% 100% HP. Would have been nicer, because I'm gonna finish this fight at the end of the first, or like the start of the next turn anyway, regardless of what I do. Because those active skills are gonna hit so hard, right? Alright, still surviving the normals with him fully built up, which is good. And then now the real worry is... Well, I guess these are just going to be normals, because he already launched both of his super attacks, right? So, as long as we are able to tank the normal here, we should be perfectly fine. Now, this is a crit boss, but I don't know if it's a full crit boss, like the way that the Jiren fight was during the 11th anniversary. Because that one actually negated all of your defense, all the way down to 0. So hopefully that's not the... hopefully that's not the case here. Okay, yeah, it looks like we do still hang on to some of our defense. If they're able to double-digit tank through that. Surely, surely. Alright, yeah, looks like we waited a little bit too long to use the actives. This is actually turning out to be a pretty easy from this point forward. Like, the actives are definitely overkill here now, right? We don't even have enough HP left to be able to utilize all of them. It's probably just going to be a one and done here in a sec. If we even get that far. Oh my goodness, we're doing so many attacks. Okay. And we can transform with Trunks now too. Wild. Okay, yeah. So let's just launch this and then it should be over. This isn't even optimal, right? Optimally, we would go for the Zamasu side. But doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Alright, so there is the W with the Time Traveler's team. That allows us to get the gold skill orb slot that we're not going to need for the foreseeable future, because it's going to be so long before we have God Vegeta at 79%. I say that, but then we're also about to go and buy box space packs, which are going to give us tickets to be able to summon. So, hey, you never know. You never know. Crazier things have happened, haven't they? Haven't they? They absolutely have. Okay, so we have our tickets now from the Seriously Serious event. What was the only other one we need to do? 6 Fizz types. Okay, so let's collect all these missions here. We got our 7 tickets. We're gonna do those in a minute, but I need to record a video first, and then we'll record the second half of the summons. So I'm gonna record the web store video really quick, and then we will go ahead and finish up those summons, and then probably be finished with the stream after that. Alright. Is that wait for me, Cozy? Or was that wait for your fellow commenter, Mr. Shadow 8? Oh. Record it with my web store and pay for my pack. Oh, it's... Should have known you were memeing at me, bro. Should have known it was a meme the whole time. Hilarious. Hilarious, bro. Yeah, I'll be doing no such thing. I'm sorry. It's painful enough that I have to buy these for myself, let alone for somebody else. Okay, let's do this. I'ma have to... Oh, actually, this is gonna work out fine. Because we're not gonna have face cam on for this, so I can be looking at my second monitor, and that should be fine. Okay. Do I have another Dokkan account I can give you? You lost yours. You might want to contact Bandai support about that. Sometimes they can be helpful, depending on what information you have and stuff. You might be able to recover it if you reach out to help. I do not have an account for you. I am sorry. No, I do not. I've got one extra account on stock, but it is an account that I plan to keep. It's a basically complete JP account. It's my second account, but it's also basically a main account at this point because it is so progressed, right? So probably will not be giving that one away anytime soon, unfortunately. Unless you wanted to offer me a pretty penny for it, but it would have to be a very pretty penny, let me tell you. You could probably acquire some accounts in very easy ways, though. I'm sure that there are other content creators out there giving them away. Not I, though. Not I. Alright. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get into a recording here. So if I'm not perfectly in tune with the chat, you'll have to excuse me. But we're going to rant a little bit about this new web store system, because I think that this is pretty freaking cool. Alright, here we go. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be talking about the Dokkan Battle web store a little bit here. So this web store has been live in game for like over a year now. I think the web store became a thing around the 10th anniversary time. I can't fully remember exactly when it initially released, but we've seen a lot go through this web store at this point. Lots of different special packs and stuff that we've had access to buy that haven't been available to us in game. And one of the more recent additions has been the ticket packs that are available to us in the Pilaf's Trove. We're actually able to buy some additional copies of those packs in the web store here. And any of the Pilaf Trove packs that they put up in this web store are absolute one-to-ones with what we have available to buy in game, right? And they're honestly sometimes even a better deal, just depending, because you don't actually have to participate in the step-up portion in order to get that final, bout of the packs, right? Like the most expensive, batch of them that's going to have the most amount of tickets for you to summon with. You can just straight up buy those outright. You don't have to worry about doing like the little step-up system you have to do in the Pilaf's Trove in-game, right? So that's always been a benefit of them here. But the reason that I'm making this video today is because there has been another update to the web store, and that is this point acquisition that we have here. So there's now going to be like a reward point system in this that is essentially functioning kind of like a battle pass, is the way it looks. So basically, if we come over here to this tab at the top where it says points, now we can see there are all of these point tiers that are going to be giving us different rewards. And there's some pretty good items in here. If you look at these stuff that's on screen right now, we've got link skill orbs of all sizes, and then we also have guaranteed link level keys. These are massively good items that are very, very limited resources that we only have, so much potential to buy through like the monthly packs and whatever missions would eventually give these to us. So it is awesome to be able to get another burst of these over time, right? So essentially there is this little battle pass here. The first page of it goes up to 1,500 points earned, which should not be too hard to do. It's basically 10 points per dollar, so you'd have to spend 150 bucks, and then you'd be able to get these 1,500 points here. But it looks to me, and I can't prove this yet, but it does look to me like we're on page 1, and there is going to be additional pages added to this. So if you finish the first page of the Battle Pass, then there would potentially be a second and a third and a fourth and so on that open up and allow you to get even more rewards. So I'm curious to know what that's going to look like. Unfortunately for me, it's going to be basically never that I am spending $150 in 1 month on Dokkan to be able to do this. That is the other thing. I'll pull up the little information icon here, which gives us a bit more info about it. So save up points by purchasing through the store. Whenever you purchase an item via the store, you will earn points based on your purchase amount. Exchange for items with the points you have saved up. And then here's the kicker. Points will reset the following month. Points please note that points cannot be carried over to the next month. So basically, this is a 1 month system at a time. So you have to build up everything you're going to build up in this little battle pass in 1 month. And then once you have done all of that, or once the month is over, which it's highlighting for us, the month is going to end, it looks like it goes from the 1st to the 1st, which is good. So it's going to be easy to keep track of. So at the very end of May, this is going to go away. And then we're not going to be able to, or not, it's not going to go away. It's going to reset. And then we're going to have to start earning the points again, right? Is the way that it looks. So, that is quite interesting here. Oh, no. Oh, okay, great. I thought I forgot to hit record, within the live stream here. That would have been awkward. Alright, I'm just gonna have to cut this little portion out. That would have been a big goof. Mr. Danshin Dokkan, we are looking at the web store right now. There is, a new point system that's been added. Okay, so with this new point system being added in, I figured we would go ahead and use this time to experiment with it and try it out. So right now in game, we just got the release of the God Vegeta Ultra Super Villain. So we have some web store packs available, for that guy himself, right? So we're gonna go ahead and pick up these packs simply so that I can, get these points acquired and then, see what it's looking like once we've got all these points. So the things I'm gonna pick up here, I'm gonna grab, these 2 copies right here. Because these packs are also going to have some box space in it for us, that we want. So I'm going to go ahead and pick these up real quick, and then after I do that, we'll go ahead and reflect and see what that looks like on the little points tab. So give me 1 moment to take care of that, and then we will move right on. Okay, let me do this for you guys, so I can actually purchase my things, without having to, like, end screen. Or end stream, rather. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, that's kind of cool. There is a little, like, confirmation screen of the points. I'll make sure to get one of those on screen for you guys after I purchase the last set that I purchase here. I think I am also going to get the little 199 stone pack here. That one's always a good deal. 5 stones per dollar. Definitely can't say no to that. I don't buy it every week, but anytime I'm on the web store and it's currently available, I just grab it. Even though I could technically log in every week to get it. It's just extra, right? Good enough deal and cheap enough deal. It feels worth to go in on, right? Okay, perfect. And then we have this one. Alright. Go. Okay, perfect. Alright, that took definitely longer than I would have hoped. Sorry about that. Okay, we are back. Okay, so, this is what it looks like after you purchase a pack. This is the new little results screen that you get for it. So it shows you how many points you earned from the pack you just purchased. And then it also shows you how many points until the next reward you can see. That you can see here. So I did go ahead and I purchased this pack as well, and we got the 2 packs out of here as well. So yeah, with all 3 of those, go into the points tab, we can see I've got a couple of rewards earned here. So upwards of 600 points earned. My total right now is 680 points between the 3 packs that I just purchased. Oh! It's not pages. It's not pages. Okay, got it. So there is no second page or anything. This is literally it. So the cap is $150 per month will get you all of this extra stuff, right? And if you spend at least $100 a month, you'll be at least able to get those extra guidance keys too, which is really cool. Right, so obviously we can get the first set of them down here, but being able to get that second set of them would require the $100 purchase. So that's probably not going to happen unless there's like dual Dokkan Fests, for me anyway, unless it's like major celebrations where there's dual Dokkan Fests and they both have a bunch of ticket packs, and then I can go ahead and pick up all the ticket packs, and then that would equal the 100 right there. But for a celebration like this, I'm probably not going to be picking up extra stones and stuff that would equate to me getting this for these extra keys. So probably it's going to end here. But let's go ahead and grab these rewards. Perfect. Okay, there we go. A little bit funky. There's that receive all at once button down here in the bottom right. But I literally just clicked any of the unlock symbols and it gave me all of them anyway. So not too bad. We'll take that. So overall, we're getting 40 large link skill orbs, 70 medium link skill orbs, 130 smalls, 15 guaranteed link level keys, and 15 stones. Not too bad. Not too bad. I would say for sure, here's the thing you have to consider, right? Is that the box space, like the Pilaf Trove ticket packs are already way more worth it to buy than Dragon Stones, right? You're gonna get way better bang for your buck as far as dollars spent to characters that you can pull, like how the quantity of characters that you can pull. You're definitely going to have a better time with all of these ticket packs that you can get, right? Just like monetarily speaking. And if you were to factor in all of those extra rewards that we just earned with that same amount of money spent, it's like even more true now, right? But I guess the one kicker is that because it's just available with anything you buy on the web store, you don't even have to actually buy the ticket packs to get those rewards. You could literally just buy your Dragon Stones on this web store and then still get those same benefits with your ticket packs, right? So, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys were all aware that this point acquisition system is in place. This is absolutely massive. If this is something that's going to recur and refresh every month, this is just going to be absolutely huge. I already am in need of as many link skill orbs as I can get. It's not a process that I've talked about yet because it is something very endgame that I am planning on focusing like kind of way later down my link level journey road. But I do have a plan of a way that I'm going to use a lot of them in a very, very quick fashion, like recurringly, like every day I'm going to be using them often, right? So that is a future strategy that I have in place, but I'm going to need just thousands of each of the types of them in order to make that work. So, very, very ecstatic that there is now another pool of, potential, link skill orbs that I can dip into here. So very, very good stuff. But yeah, I definitely recommend doing your purchases on the web store from this point forward. Unless there's anything exclusive to in-game, or like you've already purchased all the ticket packs on the web store and you still have ticket packs in-game to buy, that could still potentially be a better deal for you than buying Dragon Stones on the web store. But overall, you should lean toward using this web store because this is a huge, huge bonus that they've got for us. The other thing is that this shows that this is the web store points for April and May. Now, the info here says that they will reset the following month, which implies that it's going to be a 30-day system, or it'll just go from the first to whatever the end of the day of that month is, right? That's what's safe to assume. But it's not even it's not even May yet. We still have the last week of April to get through, and this doesn't end until the end of May. So I'm curious if this is just because this is when it's first gone live, so it's a little bit of a longer period because it didn't go live on the first of the month, so they wouldn't want to make it end at the end of April, and then we only have like a week or two to get all of these points. Or if it's going to be a thing where these time periods are actually longer than a month, and them saying a month right here is just kind of like flavor text to give you an idea, but it's not exact, right? So we'll have to see what happens at the end of May, if this ends up just resetting, but I assume it's just going to reset on a 31-day basis, like all the days of that month you'll have to be able to buy all of these. Alright, well I think that's about all of the information that I can give you guys about the web store. If you have any additional questions about the web store, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I feel like this is all pretty straightforward, though. Very, very good stuff. This is definitely not the bait that it might seem like it is. These are actually really, really good deals, especially with these new point acquisition system in place, right? Alright, well that is everything that I have for you guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace! Okay, so don't leave the stream. That was just the video ending. We're still gonna be here on stream though. Okay, we gotta jump back in game. Here we go. Okay, so I just picked up all of those box space packs which came with tickets. So now we have more tickets to use to be able to spend on the new banner. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. We also have our Seriously Serious tickets as well, right? Alright, so we need to get back in recording mode again, because we are going to kind of make this an extension on the back end of the summon video that we did at the very beginning of the stream, right? Since we did decide to go ahead and pick up some more of these ticket packs, we're just going to lump that in and make one big summon video out of it. I'll actually say this part now before I start recording again, that way... Yeah, this has more continuity. Okay, so, for those of you that missed the beginning of the stream and did not see my summons, spoilers, I did manage to pull one copy of each of the featured units, right? We were also doing a hilarious thing where we were pulling unfeatured units with the same names as the featured units, but not getting the featured units. Was kind of funny for a second there. But then we did get all of the brand new units. We have a copy of each of them. So this is just going to be going in for dupes, essentially. So yeah, nothing too insane there, but that is what to expect. And then we also have the Seriously Serious 7 tickets to use as well here. Alright, well let's jump back into recording mode. Here we go. Alright guys, so we did ultimately end up deciding to pull the trigger on the web store deals there. So we did get all of the extra goodies from the web store, including, man, look at all of that. That's all from the, you know, the points that we were able to acquire from buying those packs. And then obviously down here we have all of the tickets and stuff that we got from the box space packs themselves. Oh man, there's so much goodie. So many good things in here. Okay, so 60 more tickets. Awesome, awesome. And then look at that. Look how many link skill orbs we were able to add. We're getting a pretty sizable collection of these at this point. Definitely have a lot of them on deck, so I'm really, really happy to see that. And then there we go, 10 more box space for us as well. Make sure we got everything that we did. All right, let's jump on over to the ticket banner again. So we actually have 2 ticket banners here available to us. So we have the one with the purchase tickets that we're going to be able to dump these 60 tickets into. And then we also have the extra 7 from the Seriously Serious event. Because in between the first part of this video and the second here, I have actually run the Seriously Serious stage. So now we have our 7 tickets here. So let's go ahead and blow these ones first. Because this is usually the worst of the 2. Yeah, it's not even a guaranteed SSR summon. It's just going to be straight up 7 units. So we'll try our luck here, see if anything decent happens. Don't expect anything major from this. To be honest, I don't expect anything major from any of these summons. We have already gotten all of the units, right, obviously. So this is just kind of going in for dupes. If anything, I guess I could hope to get, like, an unfeatured unit that I don't have yet. Might be the way. There are a few unfeatured banner units that I could potentially pull. There aren't that many left at this point that I'm missing, but there is a couple. Thank you, guys, in the chat for the good luck. Appreciate the good luck wishes here. So yeah, we've got these, what is it, like, 12 multis, 14 multis or something like that we're going to be able to do here real quick. Alright. We got a singular screen crack, a double screen crack, so we're getting a Dokkan Fest on the very first pull here. Let's see what it's gonna be. And it is a Kale. I don't actually know if I have Kale rainbowed or not. I'm not sure. I think I do. I'm pretty sure she's old enough that I would have her rainbowed by now. Okay, and then GT Trunks, not quite Xeno Trunks, but it works. Danshin, you said you got STR 17 that you didn't have. Yeah, that is a W. I'm assuming you mean the banner unit. Okay, we had Piccolo and Pan flying in, so that is going to mean another animation. We'll see if it means a Dokkan Fest. It just means guaranteed featured, so it could be any of them, right? Okay, and it looks like it's going to be a dupe for Xeno Trunks. So now we have him at 69%. That is good. That is very, very good. Oh man, what a Trunks multi. Alright. Okay, no one special flying in that time. Just kind of a random sampling of units. I mean, I suppose we did get one special unit. Or Whis, I guess, flying in is a special character, right? But he's not that special. Because he didn't go bing bing and do the thing. Unfortunate. Oh, for a split second, I thought that was Tech Mai. I'm still missing Tech Mai. Do not have the Tech Future Mai, unfortunately. That is one unit that I can absolutely use from this unfeatured pool. The only good thing about this banner is Vegito animation is 20% for Vegeta. No, exactly, right? Like, you have, it's even less than that, right? Oh, no, I guess, yeah, it's 1 in 5, not 1 in 4, right? Would be 1 in 5. Just Chaozu, huh? Holy moly. Yeah, I think we've hit the cooldown summons here. We have definitely hit the cooldown summons. That's some funny stuff. Alright, yeah. Not much happening at the moment, but that's alright. When you've got 60 tickets, that's enough to get through a cooldown and then another heat up after that, right? Am I right, chat? Am I right? I'm not right. Vegeta did not do the thing there, unfortunately. That's, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. Wow. 1% is crazy. You got baby 6 times, dude? 6 times is crazy. You're probably spending too much on the game if you're pulling baby 6 times. I can't imagine that was 6 multis. Okay, well, we are getting a fusion here, so we've got something incoming. I wouldn't doubt that after me laughing at you, it's going to be a dupe for baby for me. Oh, nice. Okay. This is not what the animation was for, though. So this is a dupe for Mira and Toa, but this is not what the animation was for. We do have a Dokkan Fest coming. And? Another Kale. Okay. Alright, yeah. So all tickets plus 450 stones for that Vegeta, including the web store. Did you include the web store in that? Did you also buy the web store packs? Because there's a lot more tickets there, as you can see here right now, right? No, you did not. So just the in-game ones. Then you're looking at around a similar bout of summons as me. Because obviously I didn't spend any stones, but I have spent a lot more tickets, right? So yeah, imagine in the amount of summons that I've done, getting 6 babies? No way. Ugh. Ugh. That just sounds awful. Alright, well, at this point, other than being blessed by some random unfeatured banner unit that I don't have, all I really want to see is Vegeta himself. All I want to see is God Vegeta. Would be really cool to at least get one dupe in him, right? We know that that first dupe path does a lot for your stats, which is why it's really cool that I have both the banner units up to 69% now. That's just going to be huge for their power level on the crossover team. But we do also want that for Vegeta, right? Alright, we'll take the 21 dupe. I don't think I have her rainbowed. She just hasn't been around enough over the years to be able to actually rainbow her. Is that the second or third copy of that unit that I've gotten? It's the second. Okay. I thought I had gotten one more earlier. But you hope for a future tag version of Toa and Mira. I think that that is unlikely. Only because this is the crossover celebration, right? It's not like we're going to have another XENOVERSE celebration coming up or something. So I guess unless the Part 2 LR, they decide to redo the banner unit and make it a tag Toa and Mira, I highly doubt that we're going to see that basically ever. unfortunately. I think it would be very, very rare chance of us getting that. But it could happen. I could totally be wrong. Alright, no fusion, but we did get a Beerus. Vegeta already faked us out. Is Beerus faking us out? He is, but double screen crack? No. Alright. Looks like we ended these summons on a nice, mellow, calm cooldown. Alright, well, there we go. So the full final results of all of the summons, we did manage to get one copy of the Vegeta, and then this second little round of summons was not a complete waste because we did get dupes for each of the banner units, so I will take it. That is only going to help our ability to clear some of this crossover, you know, restricted content coming up. But as far as the summons go, that is basically everything that we've got for today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed watching these summons as much as I enjoyed doing them. Been a little while since we've gone in for a summon session like this. Where is he? There he is. Want to get my boy Vegeta on the screen here. In fact, let's get the Awaken form, huh? With the real cool art to end the video? How about that? How about that? Yes, sir. Looking super sick. Oh! Absolutely fire animation. Okay. Well, that is going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for joining me for these summons. Let me know how your summons went in the comments below. I look forward to knowing how you guys fared in all of your luck. Alright, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace. Okay. Back to the stream, which we are going to be ending pretty soon here, I will say. I think we're just about done. Just about done. I do need to post the 3 videos that I've recorded during this stream, so I'm gonna have to get to that pretty quickly here. So yeah, that's probably gonna be it for content. I don't think we're going to be running anything else for now. Not gonna lie, he doesn't really need dupes for what I've seen. If I could get a dupe, I'll save it for his TUR for more power level. Not a fan of the unit. Yeah, I think he's okay. I think he'll be alright. It's just, you know, the fact that it's very crossover heavy, it makes it feel like, a hero celebration, right? Because that's how those teams always were. They were really good units, but then they had very, very strict team restrictions. And it seems like that same kind of thing is happening right now, just because the crossover team as a restriction is very, very limiting, because there is not any good characters on that category right now, right? So, but I do think it is very likely, it's almost 100% locked and loaded already, that those 5 units that are available to purchase with the silver stone, the dragon stone in the shop, all 5 of those units are about to get an easy A. Wait a week, I promise you it's going to get announced. That's definitely happening to help buff the crossover team. No way that that's not happening, right? Thank you for the company during work, sitting at my desk, doing stuff with Excel, with your stream on my phone. Oh, nice. Always love the at-work support. I don't have a job where I can do much but my job these days. Working in a restaurant, it's a pretty fancy fine dining restaurant, so, you know, we've got our phones in lockers, nobody's really checking them. People get written up for being caught on their phones, so not much that I could ever do around watching a stream or playing Dokkan or anything like that at work, so very, very jealous of the people that get to sit at an office desk and play Dokkan while they do their work, right? Obviously, my version of getting to that eventually will be, if I can make this work out, you know? If I can gain enough traction on the YouTube game to be able to have this be my job, then I can play Dokkan all day, every day. I would love that. That would be great. That would be great. But yeah, phones in lockers is absolutely a feels bad. That is definitely not what we want, right? Not a big fan of it. Trust me, I'm right there with you that it is not ideal. But given some of the other stuff I've been through in my life, just have to remind myself constantly that the paycheck is the most important thing, right? Need to lock that paycheck, and I really, really like the place that I work, so I've always wanted to do well for them, and I want the management to see me in a good light. I rebelled against the whole no phone system at my last job a lot. It wasn't as serious of a job, so I could kind of get away with it, but it definitely made me look not as good as I could have looked at work, because I was always on my phone, right? But I actually had a world tournament where I finished like, top 200 and first place local, and I worked all 3 days, but it was because I played the World Tournament at work all day. So, yeah, was kind of a funny situation at the time. Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously, that's the way to do it, right? Like, I don't know how I was able to get away with World Tournament grinding during work, 'cause that's so, like, you have to, like, focus on it, and there's so much strain with it, but grinding power level is a thing, right? What's the point of the Ultra Villain side of the unit? The Super Saiyan God is just better overall. This unit, at least for the Ultra Villain side, is just the LR version of physical Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta. No. The part that you're missing, the piece of the kit you're missing there, Danshin, is that his entrance animation wears off after 3 turns. So, you're not going to have 30% of that damage reduction, and then he's not going to be that 90% damage reduction tank anymore after his first 3 turns in battle. So you have to transform him to get that 90% back for another 6 turns. That's really important. So it just elongates the lifespan of the unit. He doesn't necessarily get better, but it keeps him still defensively viable if you transform him. And he is going to have a little bit of a higher attack output. He's not too much of an insane change between those 2 forms, but you kind of need to transform him after he loses the entrance animation, because you want that extra damage reduction on him for him to be able to perform fine, right? So yeah, that's kind of what's going on with that. Alright. Any other closing statements? I don't think we have anything else to talk about here. How long have we been live? Almost 4 hours. Yeah, seems good enough to me. And like I said, I got things to do. So unless you guys would be entertained by background music and watching me link level while I sit here silently and look off to the side and edit video or make a thumbnail, then I think it's about time to call it for the stream here. That's the thing. The whole point of this collab is that Ultra Villain, and it's a 3-turn unit. Well, no, it's not a 3-turn unit. It's not a 3-turn unit at all. Because... Okay, I'll go to the kit. I'll go to the unit after this and show you what's up with it. He's only, like... It's... Okay, first of all, his entrance animation activates for 3 turns from entry. So... If he spawns in on turn 1, and you put him in slot 1, and you keep him on rotation, then when he comes back on turn 3, you put him slot 1 again, he's still going to have his 90% up. And then on turn 5, when he comes back again, that's where the entrance animation is going to be gone, and now you have to transform him. Then you transform him, and for another 6 turns, he still has that major piece, because after transforming, he has another big piece of his passive that wears off after 6 turns. So he's still really strong again for 11 turns total in battle. 11 turns. And the meat and potatoes of that, you're gonna be in the transformed state, right? You're only in that beginning state for the very beginning of battle. For the first 2 appearances. And then beyond that, you're gonna be in that final phase, like final form of him, no matter what. And the fact that it's a really niche character, being the ultra super villain thing from XENOVERSE, and it's not like some staple unit that we're gonna see like repetitively, I think it's fine that it's just the transformation, right? I don't think that this is the same level of power output. Like, think of when we first got Jiren. That's a bad example, because we got our transforming, we got our straight up LR full power Jiren before we got our transforming Jiren that goes into full power. But, like, okay, Blue Gogeta, right? We don't have a standalone Blue Gogeta yet, but we do have things that transform into Blue Gogeta. It's a huge ask. It's definitely a need that we need, like, a start of turn entering Blue Gogeta, because that's such an iconic character in the series. People want to be able to put that as their profile character that they can view and stuff, and that's not, like, that's, like, a big-ticket unit. I wouldn't say the same for this Ultra Vegeta, right? Definitely wouldn't say the same about that. Like, we need a start of turn Ultra Villain Vegeta. Like, it's kind of, it's whatever. In my opinion. Just reminded myself when I said the, you know, favorite character thing. I want to put all the new units up and see what they look like as the new character here. So let's go ahead and go to team building. Let's see what everybody looks like on there. Alright, Jiren looks decent. Trunks does not look good. We'll do that one last. Yeah, Mira and Toa. Kind of slacking. And then Vegeta. I mean, he looks the best of all of them. Kind of neat. Cool. Okay. The LR full power Jiren thing was the first unit who starts with 200% passive buff. That was crazy. Yeah. No, he was quite insane when he came out. The stats were quite large with that one. Alright, I think I have beat around the bush long enough. I have given anybody that had anything urgent to say long enough time to do so. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. We'll go ahead and wrap it up. But thank you guys so much for joining me tonight for this fun little, collab. And look forward to some more videos coming. Even if you saw the 3 videos that we recorded in this summon session, those ones are going to be live in the next 2 days or so. And we should have plenty more goodies coming out on the channel later. I do still have a couple of videos that are members only at the moment that are going to be releasing over the next couple of days, so look forward to that. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for joining me for the stream. We are going to be ending the stream now, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace!